Is that it up there? Is this it?
I don't know, man. We're just gonna have to find out. Whoa.
Holy shit, dude.
I guess.
You look
I
like
don't
you're
know.
crying a little bit there.
I'm a little upset about it. You know how cheap a stick with a stuffed horse head is?
2000 and
Yeah.
and they're telling me how to use Discord, and I'm like, oh fuck, dude. Like,
You were born after 9/11.
you don't even know what that is.
Shut the fuck
You
up.
don't even know what it means.
You weren't there.
Stop. You just made snot come out of my nose. Please stop. Oh my god. Hell yeah, brother. That's all I needed to know.
It is what it is.
So just let it the fuck go. Amen, brother.
I'm out of my mind.
Let's
let the scientists do the science, but it makes sense to me. Cool. It's new. It's fancy.
Oh my god. Look at us. Look at
Uh-huh.
us. We out here.
Hi, guys.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Blue Skies from the Basement. My name is Austin. Joining me, as always, is my best friend, the Savage Dad himself, Wes.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing?
Oh my god, it's so glad to see all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Everybody that's out there on Twitch that's watching us live right now. We are going to start doing this from now on. We are going to put our episodes out there live, and then later on, we will post them on YouTube so you can watch the episodes later, and then we'll also post the
I'll do my editing magic and post them everywhere that it normally goes for the people who like the traditional podcast platforms.
the audio.
Spotify, Apple, Google, all that good shit.
Yeah. So, oh man, I had something I was gonna tell you, and remember I was like, "Oh no, I'll tell you later."
Yeah.
And then I totally fucking forgot what it was.
I mean, that
Totally
happens.
forgot.
Yeah.
Totally forgot. I'm
My
sure it'll
mouth
pop
is-
up into my head at some point, but
My mouth is super dry right now.
Bro.
Hey, can you hear my... You guys hear that?
tell me why I've been thirsty all day, bro. I've been drinking water all day, and I've been so thirsty. And then the moment that I took a sip of like some of this beer, I was like, "Oh my,
Yeah.
my thirst is kind of quenched a little bit." But I'm like, I'm still thirsty, so I'm just gonna continue to drink more beer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm probably gonna have a couple of those.
Oh yeah,
These are
for sure.
the real juicy ones that I think I had you try a couple times back, and you're like, oh, I kind of like that one. Pretty sure that's the same one.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't
well,
think
maybe
I've
not.
tried that before.
Oh,
I might try one
okay,
after I'm done with my beer.
Yeah.
I might try one.
okay. They're pretty tasty. Real juicy one. Juicy. Well, since you can't remember what you were gonna tell me, think about it, and I'm gonna tell you something I already told you before we started. But like for the viewers, I shaved, and the reason my beard is now super small is because I fucked up. Hold on, let me move the mic out of the way. I fucked up one side while I was doing it. Like it was a little too short. And then I fucked up the other side trying to straighten it out to match that side.
Yeah.
And then it was like too short on each side. So it was like, all right, well, so then I just have to chop it down to the sides. And then I just had my long, like, scraggly shit. And then I was like, scissors. And I cut it too short. So then I just had to cut it all off and then be like, start from scratch.
Didn't I tell you to go to
Yeah.
a barber shop?
You did. And
I'm 100% sure I told you to go to a barber
So here's
shop.
the part you did, and here's the part I didn't tell you is that I did it today, obviously, but like I had ordered pizza from Donato's up the road, and
Yeah.
it was like 30 minutes, and it'll be ready. So I was like, all right, I'll take a quick shower, and then I'll shave, and then I'll go get it. And I don't know why I thought that was a possibility. Like I don't know why that was a thing that I was doing at all.
Even though Donato's for you is like literally like 2 minutes away. Like you could walk there if you
I
wanted
could walk
to.
there in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's literally right up the road.
Yeah.
So I'd shower and take too long in the shower. And then I start shaving and then like mid shave and I'm like half naked and kind of wet still. I run out into the living room and check the computer because that's like the closest clock. I didn't have my phone on me.
Yeah.
And it's like 5:03 and the pizza's ready at 5:07. And I've got half of it done.
So did you run and go get the
I almost did, but I was like, I can't go to Donato's looking like a fucking maniac with my hair still dripping wet and like my
Half
beard,
beard.
all fucked up. Like,
I don't know, it would have made their day a little. Well, I'm sure that their day is like just as interesting as it's always gonna be.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck.
Maybe. I mean, it's the one woman in the window, and she's wearing a COVID mask, and she's like not enthused to be there to begin with. So maybe
Yeah.
it would have made her day. But she seemed like she was not having anything to begin with when I went to pick it up. Ugh. It was upsetting. So I went to go get the pizza at like 5:13.
You should have just worn a mask.
Well then, so after I do all that, I'm sitting in the car with my hair mostly dry and the beard now tiny.
Yeah.
I put on my SpongeBob COVID mask, and then I realized like, oh, I could have just gone.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah. I'm a fuck up. It'll grow back though, you know.
Was the pizza cold?
No, it was fine. It was great. Yeah, they were late cooking it. I guess
You look
I
like
don't
you're
know.
crying a little bit there.
I'm a little upset about it. Bro, I love my beard. I fucked it up. I was trying to go full lumberjack.
Well,
My-
I think now you should do the bassist from System of a Down.
Yeah.
You should go with the goatee, but just like just straight, just grow that out.
Yeah.
Just keep the side shape. Just grow this part out.
That's
just,
what it
all
looked
the way
like
down.
before I took the scissors to it. I legit, yeah. If I had just dyed like the bottom tips, I could have been never mind. I'm not gonna remember the band reference. Welcome to the podcast.
What's up, you guys? Welcome to the shit show that is the Blue Skies from the Basement.
Yeah, that's classic West right there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh jeez.
What's
Oh, jeez.
happening in the?
I'm looking at the chat right now, and I'm just like, jeez.
Somebody went off in the chat.
I guess my
Mommy
dad hasn't come
mangoes.
back with the milk.
Oh, my Discord dad is here.
Your Discord dad is here.
Yeah, and my Discord mom.
Oh no shit,
Yeah.
mommy mangoes.
Yeah, and
Aw.
Shy.
Somebody said, "Shut up, dustbin."
They're always telling Dustbin to shut up. Hey, what's up, McCrae?
McCrae, what's up, my dude?
Hell yeah. This is so cool being able to do it live now.
Oh yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
awesome just to kind of have the interaction, like, you know, with the live people. So that's always cool.
Yeah, and I get to decide after like whether or not the people who listen to the downloadable or streamable audio version of the episode, if the chat involvement stays in, or if I just shorten the episode down to an hour or something.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. We'll figure it out, or maybe it'll be bonus content.
Man, I'm really mad. I can't remember what the fuck I was gonna tell you earlier.
Well, I haven't seen you since last weekend, and last weekend we didn't get to record
No,
because your PC was all pooped.
it was fried.
Yeah, that was an adventure.
That motherfucker smoked a whole joint to itself
Yeah,
and was fried.
yeah.
Fried as fuck.
Your computer got more baked than I did. Yeah,
But it worked out in the end.
Yeah.
Like, it really did work out in the end. I mean, I ended up getting basically the same motherboard, just without RGB on it, for like half the price.
yeah.
Got a speed Rubik's Cube, 12 outlet, surge protector,
Yeah.
like,
A speed Rubik's Cube. I
Yeah.
love that. That's on your shopping list. I love you
Yeah.
so much.
and then got $55 credited to my account. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Okay.
Don't you dare.
All right.
I had them solved and sitting there for a reason. Don't fuck them
You
up.
mentioned it. I wanted to. All right. All right. All right.
Because okay, the only reason that I say this is because if you fuck it up,
You have to solve it.
I have to.
Yeah.
It's like it's an itch now. Oh, I remember speaking
Hey.
of Rubik's cubes.
There we go.
I remember what it is now that I wanted to talk to you about.
fucking dork. Speaking of Rubik's cubes, that's the episode title.
Speaking of Rubik's cubes, I watched the Netflix like little thing that they did on speed Rubik's.
There's a Netflix thing about speed Rubik's cubes.
Yes,
I tried to
about
say
like
it
the
too
whole
fast.
thing.
Yeah.
And there's these two people. It's like Max Parks and Felix something. I don't know.
Why does the name Max Park sound? It's probably because at some point.
Marcus Parks.
Well, yeah. And don't they have somebody on the podcast with a Max in their
I
name?
don't know.
All right.
For last podcast,
No.
I was gonna say.
No, I'm thinking of Travis Morningstar. Never mind.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, it's okay.
Anyways, so there's like these two guys that are like the best.
Yeah.
Like the best in the business. Like
Mhm.
they're the fucking like goddamn, dude, they're fucking insane. So Felix was like the first guy that was like, made all these records and everything else. Well,
Yeah.
then Max comes into the play, and Max is autistic, actually. And I was crying watching this,
Yeah.
probably because I was just emotional at the time. But also like he's autistic, and they like his parents were, just trying to like help him out, and like he didn't really like hang or interact with like his parents, at a young age, because like that's kind of the norm. And then they got like him to have a Rubik's cube. This whole story, you gotta fucking watch it.
I'm gonna go watch
it's-
this wild Rubik's Cube
it's-
documentary
It's
now.
awesome. It's fucking awesome. And Felix, like Max has been breaking like all of Felix's like records and shit.
Yeah.
And like every single time he does it, or every time that he like he's like super cool with him. Like he's like such a good friend to him, and like every time he breaks a record, or like even if it's one of his records, like he'll send him a message and be like, "Congratulations, like I'm so proud of you," type shit. And I was just
Gotcha.
like a big brother type
That's
thing.
so sweet.
And like
Yeah.
and we're talking about like another dude like breaking your records.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Congratulations," like he's super nice about it. It takes me between 1.5 and 2 minutes to solve a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers solve Rubik's Cubes with an average time of 6 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like 6 point something.
Back when I was back in high school when I first tried learning the algorithm and I could solve a Rubik's Cube, I was at about your level where it was like a minute and a half. And
Oh, you were better than me. It takes me, my best time that I've ever gotten was 1:35.
oh, okay.
So it takes me between 1:30 and 2 minutes.
Yeah. Well, and if you guys think like I'm an overbearing know-it-all sometimes, like imagine high school me with a
Oh,
Rubik's
God.
Cube and being like, it's algorithms. Like people hated me with that fucking
I
thing.
mean, I kind of tell people that. I'm like, when people are like,
No, but I was a douche about it.
oh, you were a douche about it? Yeah, when I tell people, I'm like, it's actually pretty easy. Like,
Yeah.
if you just learn, like, these simple algorithms, then, oh my God, we just got a donation.
Oh,
Yeah, we totally just got a donation.
hell yeah.
I don't think that I can see exactly who it is, but we did just receive our first donation for $4.20. So I appreciate whoever just sent that donation in.
I support and appreciate that.
Oh yeah, it's like $1, $4.20.
I know. I saw that Twitch had that. And I was like, hey, what's up, Twitch? Seeing me. I feel seen.
I think $6.90.
Yeah.
Or no, I put $6.66. $6.66.
That's fucking
My
hilarious.
dashboard so I can see
Donation from the floppy.
what
Floppy
the-
disk
who-
drive.
who
What's
did
up,
that?
bro? I'll take the credit. Okay, maybe you didn't actually donate. I don't know who did it.
Yeah, we don't know, but
People are claiming credit, guys.
I don't have the alerts set
Yeah.
up for this this part of the stream. So basically, this is all we have, and then the starting logo, and then doing our Discord stuff. But so QT Mangoes, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Yeah, I don't have alerts set up,
Oh,
but yeah. $4.20 from somebody, so appreciate the donation. And so everybody knows, if you do donate, which is in the about section of our Twitch, it goes into making the stream better. It goes into making the podcast better. Like any money that you donate goes straight towards making the show better. And
Yeah.
whether it's with the stream or with the podcast and everything else. So
go straight into a Rubik's Cube fund.
it does not. It does not. I have my Rubik's cubes now. I have
Yeah.
a regular Rubik's cube that's like an actual real like Rubik's cube,
Yeah,
and then I have a Duncan speed cube.
I'm scared to touch them now.
You can touch them, just don't fuck them up.
Yeah,
Because
but
then
my
I'm gonna have to
instincts-
solve them.
My instincts are to fuck them up. What I was gonna say though earlier is like in high school I was an overbearing douchebag about it,
Yeah.
but they are like it is easy if That was sexy. And I used to be able to do things like that and like go forward and backward with where I was in the algorithm, shit like that. And then also like I'm sure in the documentary and back when I was into it, the fucking the speed cube people, like the finger thing, like you got a little bit of that going on where you're just like flicking it to do the motions. Um, it's you can get real. It's amazing to me that for everything like a Rubik's cube or like playing cards or like pod or there's always like when you were talking about that documentary I was like, oh yeah, I used to be really into paper airplane folding and origami. And similarly, like there's the like kings of origami, or there's the dude who wrote the How to Fold the World Paper Airplane book, like
Yeah.
yeah.
That they still, to this day, have world championships for paper airplane throwing.
Mhm.
Like, blows my mind.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, you can be good at something and be a world champion at something. Like,
Yeah.
if you got that niche, if you got that little niche, you can be a fucking world champion at anything, dude.
It's it reminds me of the people that like your mom's house show sometimes that dress up like horses and put like the horse bars in their mouths, and they have like a whole crowd of fucking people there all
Dude.
like pretending to be horses
No.
and jumping over hurdles and stuff, and they're
No.
wearing like fake clops and shit.
So
Like,
there's there's the adult version of that where
Yeah.
like they do that, and then there's like the kid version where they have like it's it just has like the fake horse head on it and then like a pole, and they
yeah.
just like put it between their legs and they like gallop and then like jump over the little things and stuff.
Yeah, it's
and then
cute when a kid does it.
It's weird. No, no,
Is it weird?
it's weird to
They're
me.
pretending to ride
No,
a horse.
No, no,
Horsies are fun,
mm,
bro. Chat.
That just
Chat.
I don't. If you know what I'm talking about,
Horsies are fun, bro.
If you know what I'm talking about, chat. Gamer Ghoul, what's up?
We'll answer questions. I saw Super McCrae. We'll answer questions eventually. Chill out,
Just-
bro.
When we're doing these live shows, you guys do have to know this. If we're doing one of these live shows, we are also recording this show too. This is what's going to be on the YouTube, so we kind of do have to keep it in our regular form.
Still a podcast.
It's still a podcast,
Yeah.
but we will eventually pay attention to chat. It's just going to be a little bit later. So let us get our bullshit out of the way,
Yeah.
and then we'll focus more on you guys.
We love you.
We do love you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Like, can't thank you guys enough. But just take your time. Hold your questions till the end, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Horsies.
Horsies. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's weird. Get him a fucking horse.
But that's so expensive. Do you know how cheap a stick with a stuffed horse head is? Maybe I should say stuffed horse head. Maybe that's a poor way of describing
It's not
something.
real, dude. It's not a
I
real
know,
horse
but
head.
when I said it, we both laughed. You know what I,
Candy dicks.
yeah, I'm bad at describing things sometimes.
I said that earlier, and I was like, "Do you remember that?" Like to my wife, I was like, "Candy Diggs," and she was like, "What?" I was like, "You don't remember that?"
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Anyway.
Chicken nuggets. Sorry, Gamer Goal asked for it.
Oh. Okay. Somebody asked candy duck. Yeah.
Candy duck.
Yeah.
Dewick.
Dwick.
Candy Dewick.
Yeah.
And then it was Wakapoo.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant to say is a candy dick. Like the
A candy dick, but then he said candied dicks.
Yeah.
So then we were like, people would misconstrue that and send
somebody-
us like a human dick that's been candied somehow. I don't know how you would do that, but
they pickle things, they candy things too. Like there's those candied cashews or some shit.
yeah.
Those are
Oh, so it's
delicious.
just like a real dick just covered in chocolate. Or like that hard candy shit, you know?
Yeah.
It's got the outer shell.
Frozen bananas, bro.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Anyway.
I'm done. Anyways, hey, let me get one of them.
Yeah.
I just finished my beer, so I
okay.
was like, I just realized you can't see what I did because of the color.
Did stream see my leg go up when I was balancing myself to lean and grab that? Oh, you gotta be super OCD and I love you.
I got it to be so you can actually see like what it is. Like
Yeah.
I made little squares.
You did.
Do you know?
Here first.
Oh, well, let me
You
hit
heard
that
it-
harder.
Go ahead.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. Do you know how to do that?
Yes, I do.
It's super easy.
I'm
Okay,
sure-
so
yeah.
here, hold on. So this one is just like you're just flipping it all the way around, and then you go like each way. So like if you start like let's say you start with white, you're gonna go white all the way to yellow on both sides.
Oh, so full 180.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So full 180, and then you switch to the other side. So like orange and red right here, and you just spin that all the way around, and then it creates that, and then you just go back to the other side, spin it all the way around, and then it creates kind of that
Nice.
little style with it, and then
Oh, you're so hot.
so to do the little squares,
Yeah.
just pick a side. So we'll go with white, and then we'll go to orange. Like
Wish you went with white.
it doesn't matter which way you go, but just look at it like this. So you go up on both sides and follow where they go, and then right with the top and the bottom, and then you go down,
Touch me.
and then you go left. And then
Wow.
it creates a little squares. And then to go backwards, so like we started with white,
Yeah.
or like you can start like let's say with yellow. So we'll go back like the yellow's over here. So
Yeah.
you go yellow, and then there's green on top, so up to green, and then over to the yellows, and then down. It's big. You just go forward and backward, but
Yeah. Forward and backward forever.
so up, right, down, left, and
Yeah.
then you just do the same thing backwards.
Yeah. What's
And
the
then-
Konami code?
Uh,
up, down, left, right, A, B, start, or some shit
Yeah.
like that?
yeah, up, down, left, right,
A, B, start.
yeah, A B start.
Or select. It's one of those.
I think it got more complicated. I think
Yeah.
it's like up, down, left, right, RB, LB start now
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they got the bumpers on them.
They still do the shout outs to the Easter egg version of it all the time, though.
I love it. That's creepy.
It is confusing.
No. What Wakapoo said. Austin, I will single-handedly get 57 chocolate dicks and put them at your door to get the mail.
You can order chocolate dicks.
I mean, that's fine.
It's just you got to be careful about what kind of chocolate dicks you're ordering. Are they chocolate shaped like dicks, or are they dicks covered in chocolate? You know, just careful.
I would like it to be candy that is in the shape of dicks. I don't want actual dicks mailed to my doorstep. That would
Yeah.
suck a lot, to be completely honest with you. Not gonna lie. That would not be okay. I would be really upset. All right, so what is this? Columbus Brewing Co. Technicolor hat. Citrus Indiana Pale Ale
Yeah,
with natural flavors.
it's for the
6.9%?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure that's like 5.2 or something like that.
Yeah, I like to get the higher ABV percentage ones when I'm buying like a craft beer, so it feels a little more worth the extra price. you
Oh,
know?
the double blend is 6.9.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so I try to hit something in like the 6.5 to 9% range when I buy a craft.
Tastes like an IPA.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Was for the people who don't normally like IPAs, it has that typical earwaxy thing going on.
But it's actually like sweet.
It's sweet. It has a little bit of the fruity tartness to
Mhm.
it. Yeah,
I
like
like that.
I really like the ones where like the flavor shows through, and it's unique. Oh, Apollo showed up asking questions.
Oh, Jesus Christ. After we said to save your questions till the end. But I feel like he's got a good question, though.
He always does.
Banana, what are your thoughts on the ideas of celebrities selling their souls for paycheck, fame, money? There are a lot of celebrities who said that they wouldn't do certain shit and were heavy on their word, but instantly sold out and did the opposite of what they said they were going to do for fame or money. I mean, I don't know. Do you think that, like, we would do that? Like, I'm asking you. Like,
Yeah.
Do you think that...
Don't
that-
ask chat that question.
No, I'm not asking them. Do you, like... I don't know. I've been pretty adamant about it. That,
Yeah.
like, we're going to keep this as humble and down-to-earth as possible.
Yeah,
Like,
no, we're doing our thing that we've always done. We're just hanging out. Did something happen?
I hear, like, a buzzing now.
I don't hear anything. That's so weird. I didn't bump anything.
I don't know. No. I hear static.
Nothing.
Yours isn't as loud as mine. Do you hear now?
Not enough to be a worry.
What the fuck?
No.
It's bothering me. Whatever. Anyways, so I don't know. I've always said that we always want to keep this show like humble and always to make sure that like we know where we came from and not to worry so much about the money and worry more about like helping other people out and just creating a fun show. You know, like we didn't start this with the intent of making money off of it. I mean, same thing with the Twitch. Like I didn't start that with the intent of making money off of it. It's just more of like I did it with the intent of entertaining people and giving people a good show.
Yeah.
Like whether it's me streaming or us doing the podcast. And then later on being able to help people out with that, you know? Like if we start making money off of this and if we started making real fucking money off of this, first of all, the first step would be like quitting our jobs.
Yeah.
Like that's first step. Like once we make enough money to where like me and you could support both of our families, like insurance wise, like with, you know, rent, utilities, all that shit. Like I'm quitting my job, like ASAP Rocky, you know, and putting all of my effort into this, like 100%. And then that way we could put out more episodes more often, you know, because this would be our main job instead of having to go and work a 40-hour week, you know, like we normally do, and then doing this on top of that and spending time with our family, taking care of our family. That's a lot.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot of shit.
That's what I was gonna say is like if we're being completely honest about like money wasn't not a part of the conversation, but it was always like we're just doing this for fun, and it's been an incredibly fun learning experience. One, and two, it was like
I don't think the money can't not be in the conversation.
Well, no, that's
like,
kind of what I was trying to say is like if we're being transparent about it is like of course money was in the conversation, like because we realized that we were having cool and long conversations and that we enjoyed podcasts, and it was like, well, we could just do one and people might like it, and if that involves people donating to help support what we're doing and to keep making the show better, then fuck yeah.
Yeah, and
the end goal being I get to do what I enjoy and I'm loving doing, and you get to do what you're enjoying and loving doing instead of these bullshit jobs that we're working.
Yeah. No, that would be the goal. I mean, seriously. And then any money after that, for me, I mean, donated.
Yeah.
Like real talk, like to charities or even starting our own charity. And like really being able to help out like our community and stuff like that and other communities and shit.
I think it'd be really cool to call something a banana cult and have it turn out to be the only good cult that ever happened. Like,
you know what?
We turned cult around.
Since we started this and actually made the banana cult like a thing, like that's been my goal. It's like this is gonna be the first cult where like newscasters are like, you know, so new cult has been arising, but it's an actual good one this time. Like, you know, like I could actually do that. Like that would be cool as fuck.
Yeah.
So,
can you really call it a cult? I mean, we're not. I mean, it is a cult. Don't get me wrong.
What is considered to be a cult, though? Like, what are the?
Well, there's some strict definitions for it, but it's.
See, I don't remember exactly what they are. I know it's like isolation is one of them. So like
some
you can't
form of organization, power structure, isolation.
Yeah. Which I don't do any of that.
No.
Like I'm not like you can't call home to your family.
Yeah.
You know, like
hey,
you have to come live on my compound. Don't even start. Don't even fucking start.
Don't talk to your family anymore. If you really love us, you'll stop calling your mom. You'll stop talking to your dad. You'll tell your sister she's a dumb bitch.
Let's be honest, your sister probably is a dumb bitch.
And
she deserves that part.
Yeah. And you'll join our cult. That's what'll happen. We'll send you robes in the mail.
Yeah. All you have to do is send an email to blueskiespodcast@gmail.com and let us know.
Yeah, and then send us $35. And man, I hate the word I say dollars now that you pointed it out, and then I say it live on the podcast. Fuck you guys for making me self-conscious about words, but I did that to you too. Wakey poo with the definition here.
Cult, which shares an origin with culture and cultivate, comes from the Latin cultus, a noun with meaning ranging from tilling cultivation to training or education to adoration. In English, cult has evolved a number of meanings following a very logical path.
Oh, so that was a pretty loose.
Noun, a system of religious veneration and devotion directed toward a particular figure or object.
Okay, so we can be a cult.
Yeah, towards bananas.
Yeah.
But like, how bad can that be? Like,
Yeah.
but it's not like I'm telling people to go out and do things.
No, we're not Chiquita Banana. We
No,
didn't give
no,
kids
no.
weapons.
No. We did not give kids weapons. Okay, and if you guys really want to look that shit up, look up the Banana Wars. Okay,
Look it
this
up.
This is real facts here.
Promise
all right, give kids weapons. Look up the Banana Wars. That's a real fucking thing. This is not a joke.
That's my favorite banana. I mean, maybe favorite's might be the
Probably
wrong
the
word.
wrong word.
Yeah.
Nah, but that's a little, on the iffy side of like what you should say when we're talking about wars where people got killed, and you're like, yeah, that's my favorite part, the bananas.
Amen, brother.
Amen, brother.
um,
I feel like I did that way too well. I was not expecting that, to be honest with you. All hail the banana.
yeah, exactly. The almighty banana. Amen. Oh, thanks, chat. Thanks for being a part of the cult. Yeah, well, by that definition, it's like FedEx is a cult. The U.S. government is a cult. I don't. It's all good. Well, no, they're all bad. We're the only good one.
Are you mad about the auto mod, Pashi? First, oh, I just saw that. I'm sorry. I have to. Because we didn't go from that at all. I'm glad that the auto mod caught your message. Anyways,
That's hilarious.
who's the alpha of the podcast?
Honesty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's not here right now.
I think when it comes to on mic, it's you. I'm your sub. You're the dom.
I would say so. I'm on
Yeah.
top. You're on bottom for sure.
I'm a power bottom though.
You definitely are a power bottom.
I control from the bottom.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely a power bottom. for sure.
Powerful bottom. Yeah.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then I would say, like, as far as the show goes, you're alpha on the being social side, and I'm more on the, like, I'm just audio and social media, like the business end of that. I focus on producing the audio side of the show, so like you're the alpha when it comes to everything else. Well, and then there's the
mean-
Discord though.
Which you are the alpha in that
Yeah.
too. Like I just don't. I can't. It's too fast. Discord's too fast for me. I can't like be sucked into it like that. Like I don't know. I got too much shit to do in my day to just like be like constantly checking my. And I don't want to do that either. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to constantly be pulling my phone out and checking it.
Mhm.
And then I can't just like sit down and stare. You got it a little easier at your job where like you kind of work by yourself. So if you
Yeah.
want to just like stand there and stare at your phone for like a few minutes, you can.
Also, the machines just kind of run for 15 minutes at a time,
So
and
you
as
can
long as they're
stop.
running, I'm good.
yeah, I can't do that. I'm
Yeah.
not even really like especially at this last job site that I just went out to, like. To like keep your phones away except for emergencies, and so
Ah.
like that's the kind of like
No bueno.
you know, yeah.
Yeah.
So like I can't be, and I'm like, I feel it. I feel the vibration in my pocket when y'all are talking to each other.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I wish I could check my phone. I'm like looking around trying to find a spot to sit just to be like, what are you guys talking about?
Yeah, we've had some interesting combos lately. I've just become I've had 3 or 4 mental breakdowns because of Discord now, and now that I've gone through that cycle a few times, I am now a Discord ninja, and none of it affects me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Discord can be a wild fucking place, man.
Yeah.
I do think that Discord is a generation above us.
Oh no, that's what I was saying to somebody in our Discord the other day. Was that I can't imagine if this was around when I was in high school.
Oh no!
Like I would have done
Oh,
even
no.
less. Than,
Oh no! No, shit would have gone wild on Discord, dude. If our generation was a part of like the beginning of
No.
Discord, shit would have been fucked up, dude. But like a 13-year-old knows Discord better than I do, and they're like, "Yeah, this is how you set up the bots," and like,
I get called boomer
Yeah,
constantly.
oh
in the,
yeah, constantly get called. But I'm like, I'm sorry.
Hey, is Toast here? Fuck you, Toast.
Fuck you, Toast. Discord is full of Gen Z kids. I don't even like a lot of Discord myself, LMFAO, which is why everyone tries too hard to be edgy and shit.
Hey, I'm pretty edgy.
I'm just glad that I'm enough into like memes
Yeah.
to know what kids are talking about. Like
Mhm.
I'm on iFunny and I'm on TikTok enough to know like
I had to have somebody explain the in Spanish meme to me the other day. Cause I missed it. I had no idea what was going on.
I don't know if I know what you're talking about.
So people are just now saying like anything and then putting in Spanish after like sips coffee in Spanish and then has like a picture of a Latin woman sipping coffee all like Latin-y, which is the wrong thing to say. But you know what I mean? Like
No, I don't.
No, I'm not gonna
No,
follow
I
you on
don't.
that. No, that's the wrong.
I don't.
that's the-
I don't know.
It's just with like an attitude. Like it's pictures of Latin people with an attitude sipping like coffee or like anything. And I've seen it so often.
It's like how your Puerto Rican wife always has an attitude.
Well, okay, so now you're being problematic.
No, that's just your wife. It's not that she's Puerto Rican. It's just your fucking wife.
Facts. I'm so glad she doesn't watch this.
She has no idea about the Twitch.
No, she does now because she knows that. And I told her anyway.
Oh, she's not a part of it. I haven't seen her follow yet, so we're good.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Okay.
The first time when we were putting together the furniture and we were doing that live on Twitch,
Yeah.
she was in the chat.
That's right. She was in the chat.
Yeah.
She didn't follow, though, did she?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think she followed.
I forget her username in that chat.
Me
Yeah.
too.
What was I just talking about though? Oh, the in Latin thing.
Yeah, yeah. Or no, in Spanish.
Yeah, in Spanish. God damn it. Yeah, I've seen it so often on Discord. I had to be like, "What the fuck is happening?" Like, I asked one of the people I often chat with in the Discord, like, "Hey, can you tell me like where
What's
this?"
going on?
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, it's just literally just that," and people think it's funny. And
So you asked a 13-year-old.
Yeah, I did. Well, no, if the person who I actually asked is older than that, but
Surprisingly.
yeah,
15?
it was fragile.
I don't know how old Fragile is.
I'm not gonna give away anybody's age.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect you that. I'm just telling you that I don't know how old.
Just
that
older
person
than
is.
13.
15?
Stop it. What are you doing?
Less. Okay, give me this. Less than 18.
Yes.
Okay.
that's
All right.
yeah.
All right. That's all I needed to know right there.
Still
That's
a
it.
minor.
That's all. Hell yeah, brother. That's all I needed to know.
Yeah, yeah. Fragile is Poshy's bae, by the way.
I know who. I know who. I know who that is at least from future or from not from future, but from
Are you what the
previous. From beef.
From Beefius?
From previous podcasts and shows.
Hey, bro, where's the beef? That's so dumb. Yeah, so no, it's literally I'm starting to realize like I'm missing things slowly. Like
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like I don't understand how VCRs work, you know? Like
Oh, I know how VCR works.
No, I
man.
know. I'm just
But are you using like the VCR as like an example for Discord? Like you're starting to slowly figure out how
Yes.
Discord. But okay, okay, I got you.
It was an inverted metaphor.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
Finger guns.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. No, I totally agree, man. I was scrolling through iFunny and it was like, I'm gonna unbullpup your AK or something like that, and it was like 50 memes of like
Yeah.
guns, but it was like, I'm gonna own bullpup your such and such, or I'm gonna bullpup your such and such. And I was like, I don't get this. I don't
Yeah.
know what this is. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why iFunny is showing like.
It's a lot of like the Rapper Deck Stavern shit or whatever the fuck.
Oh my god, that was the funniest shit ever. I still love it when people do that shit, dude. Like,
It means nothing.
people
and
switching
it's
from
hilarious.
controller to keyboard for the first time. Like, I can't. My friend tried to teach me Rapper did Scavern. I don't
So dumb. That's
cracks me up every time.
Every time I ask though, somebody's just like, "You're dumb." It's just it's nothing, and you're old, boomer.
So do we look too far into it? Is that the issue?
That's the issue.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, dude.
The issue is that as you get older, somebody said my name. Sorry, that's why I stopped talking.
Slaps in Spanish.
The problem is not that like I don't understand what's happening. It's just that as I get older,
You know
What?
what? Bullpup's your knife. I don't know what that means. I don't know where that came from. I don't know what that is.
bullpup's your Rubik's cube, bro.
I don't know what that is.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Somebody
I don't know
explain
where
it
did
to
it come
me.
from. I don't know.
We're so cringe right now. Anyway, the issue is that as we're getting older, we're starting to worry about getting older. So we just start like,
Yeah.
when you see something you don't get, you're like, "Am I old?" And then that becomes the problem. Yeah,
I'm there.
yeah.
I'm there.
You're 3 years younger than me.
I know. You're there too.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Yeah. So.
I'm 2 years
But
away
we're a
from
part of
30.
the same generation, though. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Is that me and you are a part of the same generation, and
Just barely.
but we both have we're both in that like line of where like the generations kind of end, where like
Yeah.
we don't really like, we're like in the middle of shit. Like, we're literally in the middle of the generation above us and the generation like behind us. Like,
Yeah.
so these little fucking Gen Z kids, like, we're like somewhat a part of that, and kind of
Fuck.
like what?
That's what middle aged means. Fuck. We're quarter aged.
We're like a part of that,
Yeah.
but then also a part of like the boomer culture and everything
Yeah.
else. Like, we understand a lot. We're in between everything, and that's just like, I don't know what to do, man.
Yeah.
When kids that are like, I was born in 2000 and I'm like, and
Yeah.
2000 and
Yeah.
and they're telling me how to use Discord, and I'm like, oh fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
You were born after 9/11.
You don't even know what that is.
Shut the fuck
You don't
up.
even know what it means.
You weren't there. Fuck, dude.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, my brother's 8 years younger than me, and I him being my brother, I often like forget that I can't talk to him like the way I would talk to you, because like I'm close with him, but then I'll say certain things like,
You'd be like, what?
I mean, he was born in 2001,
Oh my god, that's crazy.
so like he doesn't even.
And
Yeah, like
2000 and
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, so it's just like any reference I have that's like from 2001 to 2006, it's like he doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about and forget before that. Like, and then also he doesn't know like anything about how to use a computer beyond the regular like dragging files and dropping them. But me, I had to learn DOS commands if I wanted to play the first Diablo game. Like,
yeah, dude. Somebody else was just talking about that the other day, where they were like, "Oh, using a computer for the first time, I had to learn how to use DOS commands," and I
Yeah.
was like, "What? Stop! You're making me feel old here. I know what you're talking about, and I know that like my cousin who like just turned 18 the other day has no idea what that is.
Yeah, yeah.
He might know what it is. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
not.
he's smart enough.
General, what's up, my dude? LFG. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, there's just still a few things that I see people say on Discord and on Twitch that I have no idea what they mean at all, and I just go with.
Yeah.
I could look it up, but I just go with it.
Hey, Wakaboo, go listen
Wakaboo.
to the last podcast on the left and their 9/11 series. It was really good, to
Just
be
go
honest with you.
listen to them in general.
Yeah,
I
last
mean,
podcast on the left is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Seriously, I love them so much. I'll shout them out all the time. They don't even know who we are. They have no fucking idea, and they probably never will.
one day.
No.
I follow them on Instagram.
I mean, so do I. I follow all of their personal accounts on
I do
Instagram.
too,
Yeah, and I promise you, they'll never know who we are.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's totally fine. I'm okay with that. I've come to grips with it where I was like, oh man, I really want to be Henry Zabrowski. And then I was like, I'm never going to do that.
You
It's
could
okay.
write into the show.
That'd be so crazy, dude. If I got an email from them, I'll shit my pants on the show. I'll do it.
I'd pee my pants on the show for that.
Yeah.
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 I peed my pants the other night because of chatting with somebody on the internet.
Like laughing or just you were just like, I'm just going to piss myself right now.
I had to pee really bad, and they are a conversationalist, to say the least. So I'm stepping away from the mic, like running away from the microphone, like as I'm talking to them. I'm like, I gotta pee. I'll be back. I'll talk to you later, dude. And then like it's to the point where like a little comes out and runs down my leg just a little bit, and I stop it. And I'm like, I just peed myself for Discord. This is stupid. And
Yeah.
I don't even like take the headset off. I just like walk away and it unplugs itself and falls to the floor, and I just run to the bathroom.
Hey, that would be a cool idea, though.
I have an internet addiction problem sometimes.
That would be a really cool idea.
What?
Is like,
Shit yourself on stream?
no, magnetic plug-in.
Oh, Apple has that for like their charging cables or like the mag cables. Where it
Yeah. But I'm talking like, instead of like how we have the 3-point-millimeter jack
Mhm.
for these, like it's just like a magnet. And so like if I walk away and it's not like pulling a 3.5-millimeter jack out of a socket and like how you're going to be like, oh shit,
Yeah.
or you're going to fucking pull half your shit off of your desk. It would be like, it just clicks and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's not an issue. I can go take a piss real quick, come back and.
I'm sure they have
But
that.
then again, I mean, when we're talking like wireless, headsets, but the difference between like a wired headset and a wireless headset in money wise,
That's what I was telling somebody the other day.
wireless is like way more expensive than wired. But
Yeah.
if we can just make it into like a magnetic thing and still make them less cheap, like it'd be cool. Because like, let's say I gotta take a piss in the middle of a stream, I can just be like, hold on, I'll be right back, and then go take a piss, come back, and be like. And then there you go. Like,
Mhm.
bam. And it's super convenient, super awesome. But how do you, the information, transfer?
It conducts, like that's how my vape works. Like mine's magnetic clicking. Like it doesn't even screw in. It has like a little
Yeah, but I feel like
attachment.
conduction compared to the information that's being sent over like this way, is it not different though?
I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, I'm sure there's a way to make one that would also have like maybe you would have a little ring like what connects to the bottom of this that would have like a magnet on this side, a magnet on this side, and then like data pad on
Ooh,
each side.
Yeah.
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 Kind of like a USB cable, but a
Mhm.
magnet.
And it would just like one would be north, one would be south. So like no matter like how you do it, it's gonna want to like go in like a certain way,
Yeah.
and then that way that the data is running. Dude.
Did we
Shark
just
Tank.
come up with something?
Shark Tank.
Somebody call Mark Cuban.
Somebody call Mark. Do it now. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what? I did have I think like
Baji.
one Tikamatalk I want to.
You got a TikTok?
I think I did have one that I.
Nobody in the chat likes TikToks.
Nobody does.
Well, I'm sure,
Literally
like-
nobody likes TikToks. Is that what's happening now?
I'm probably not gonna stream Dark
Is
Souls
TikTok
tonight,
out of
chat.
date?
I'm sorry, because we're doing this and I'm drinking, and by the time I get home, it's probably gonna be like 1:30, 2 o'clock, something like that. I might. I'm probably not though. And TikTok's getting wild, man.
So people don't like TikToks now? Is that
I
what
don't
you're
know.
telling me?
People just like to shit on TikToks. That's all. I'm just joking.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
People are dumb.
Yeah.
Ha.
We love it.
Ha.
TikTok is bad. Says
Yeah,
Blake.
I got one TikTok I want to show you because
Okay.
it was fucking hilarious to me, and I think that it.
I always love when you show me TikToks.
Yeah, but I guess our chat doesn't like it.
Dude, I was just all right. You know what?
I was keeping it going. Jesus Christ, bro! I'm trying to do this and send the fucking TikTok and everything. God damn, can you just?
Can I send you one that Crystal sent me? Or is that
Yeah.
gonna take too long?
No,
'Cause
that
the
won't
way
take too
she-
long.
She does it.
It won't take too long.
Okay.
I'm getting mentioned in the Discord, and I don't know who.
That's hilarious.
Oh. Oh, floppy disk drive. Enjoy me money. You need 5.77 more to buy a Rubik's Cube from Walmart. But I already have Rubik's Cubes, bud. Dumbass. Oh, jeez. I'm such a dickhole, dude.
You really are.
I know. There's a reason for it, okay? It's because I was traumatized as a child. And it's how I cope with my issues is just being an asshole to everybody else because a lot of my family was an asshole to me.
Ooh,
So,
that got
like,
real.
Yeah.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
I love you too. I'm not that much of an asshole. If you meet me in real life, I am actually a really nice person, and I really respect people and enjoy people's company. So I make sure that I, spread that kind of love and everything else.
Your love language though is humor.
Yes, for
and
sure.
your humor,
For sure.
your sense of humor is a bit pokey proddy. Like you like to fuck with people, and you like to see how far you can take fucking with people a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and it's fun. Some people might not just get what you're doing at first. That's all.
I don't know if this is the. Yeah. So, let's pull up Discord real quick, so I can show you this ticket by talk.
Hell yeah.
Because this fucking cracked me up today. Actually, I found this one today, and it's the only TikTok that I got to.
That's cool. Short TikTok section, but it's like a 30-second one long.
Yeah. This
I can't talk.
this is hilarious.
Okay, let's do this.
So yeah, here you go.
Scott, my man! Thank you for the fucking $1, bro. Sheesh. Thank you, dude.
Hey Steve,
What
my
up?
wife recently passed away.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
She used to coach special ed soccer. So while she was on her deathbed I put your stream on. She died doing what she loved. Watching special needs people struggle.
People are assholes, bro.
You were talking about me being an asshole, okay? It's like way perfect into my TikTok,
He was so excited.
He was like, Scott, man, thanks for the fucking $1, dude. You're amazing. Thank you so much. And then
I felt that excitement,
text
too.
to chat or the text to talk came in. Oh my god. Yeah. And he reels you in. He's like, my wife just died. And you're like, oh man. Oh god, that shit killed me, dude. I was dying laughing today, dude. I was trying to watch my daughter, and I couldn't. I couldn't, dude. I fucking lost it.
I'm still dying.
Oh man.
Watching special needs kids struggle. Why?
Mm-hmm.
People are such dicks on Twitch, dude, and just on the internet in general. It's so funny. Gotta love it. It played them,
Why is my mom sending me text messages right now at 10:45 at
What?
night? Like, fucking go to sleep, bitch.
Go away, mom.
It's a picture of her cat.
Thanks, mom.
She said that this crazy cat milkshake. Like, she wanted me to take her picture. LOL.
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, you never talk to me ever, but like now you feel a need to. Like, no, this is not okay. Find a life.
My family, I have similar people where it's like I'll just get random ass text out of nowhere. I'm like, why are you like what?
I don't.
What? You did a full like you had to hold it in. Like what?
Yeah, because we know your mom's not gonna text you.
You didn't even want to high five me. That was the squishiest high five I've ever received.
I'm so.
That was a
sorry.
soft ass high
I'm
five.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm crying because I'm sad.
I'm crying because I'm sad. Is that what you just said?
Oh my god. I'm such an asshole. Holy shit. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. What was I saying?
You have family that's like that.
Oh yeah, my family that's still alive. The ones that text me.
That's why I don't want it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be a straight dick bag now.
Oh god.
No, but like my grandma, Grammy.
I know Grammy, bro. I love
absolutely-
Grammy.
Yeah, we absolutely love Grammy. But she was having foot surgery, and she sends me a text like, "Hey, I'm gonna have foot surgery. This is what they're gonna do to my foot." And then she just no warning, gore image of an open foot, like fucking pulled the curtain back, see all the muscles and
Oh,
fucking
that's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome.
I was like, Grammy, you just sent me gore. Like,
Grammy was going hardcore. She's like, this is what they're gonna do.
it's fucking 2 a.m. I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh my god. My mom, like, literally, it's so funny because I was talking to my dad. I was like, yeah, this was like maybe a couple months ago. I was talking to my dad. I was like, yeah, my mom like never checks up on me. I was like, I couldn't tell you the last time that my mom like sent me a text and was like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? What's up? Type shit. Like I can go months without not talking to my mom and like nothing. Like she won't once.
Yeah, me too.
And stop. You just made snot come out of my nose. Please stop. Oh my god. Literally the next day. I know this doesn't happen for you, but literally the next day, my mom messaged me and is like, hey, how you doing? I was like, my dad totally fucking like told on me, like totally told my mom to like, totally did that.
Of
And
course he did.
I was pissed about it, but I was like, I'm not even going to say anything. Since then, not one time.
And now she's sending you.
And now she sends me this random shit where like I haven't talked to her in like a couple weeks.
Do you want
I'm
to see
like,
my cat?
my picture of my cat, and I'm like, Mom, get some fucking friends, dude. I don't want to see that shit. I don't care. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. For everybody out there, I'm totally kidding. I'm glad that Milkshake was the cat that we had growing up. So
Yeah.
I do kind of get it, but still, like, I don't know. And then she just sends me that random shit and doesn't actually like ask me like how are you doing? What's going on with you? And like I'd be honest with her, like things are a little tough at the moment. Things are not as good as they could be, but I'm trying to work through it and everything's gonna be all right. Hopefully.
Yeah, but then she'd have to ask follow-up questions, and that's annoying.
And she doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
She'd be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What are you doing right now?" "Oh, I'm drinking beer and doing a podcast." She'd be like, "Well, what you should be doing." And I'd be like, "Oh my god, you're being such a mom right now. Like I'm 25 years old.
Yeah.
I got my own place. I pay my own bills. I don't ask you for fucking shit. I don't even ask her to watch my kid. I don't.
Yeah, well, she doesn't really offer either.
No,
Yeah.
no, she doesn't.
Yeah.
So that's not a thing. So like I don't ask shit from her anymore. Like seriously. If I am in a struggling situation and I need some money, I'll ask my dad and then I'll pay him back like immediately, like within a week. I'll be like, "Hey dad, struggling a little bit right now. Can you just help me out with like $100?
Yeah.
I'll pay you back on Friday." And then like he'll be like, "Here you go. Sell it to me. Cool." And then that Friday I'll give him the $100 back. I don't ask my mom for shit anymore. Like nothing.
Yeah.
She complained about it once. That's all it took. She complained about it once, and I was like, "I pay you back. Like I don't know what your issue is," but I didn't even say that. She just was like, "You and your other siblings are asking me for this and that." And I was like, "All right, bet. I'm not
That's
asking you for shit anymore."
Yeah.
Nope.
That's the thing. If you're gonna make me feel guilty about it, then it's not fucking worth it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, especially with me like
I don't need it that bad.
paying her back.
Yeah.
Like, and sometimes I do need it that kind of bad where I'm like, I literally have no other money. Like, I kind of need you to help me out. And, like, it's for a legit reason. It's either I got to pay rent or I need, like, groceries or something like that. Like, I'm not going to ask somebody for money so I can go get some beer. You know? Like, if I don't have the money for that, but my bills are fucking paid, I'm just not going to drink.
Yeah.
Like, that's where it's at, So, but if I need something, like, legit or I need, like, diapers or something like that for my kid or, like, food or something, like, yeah, I have no problem asking, but once she made me feel guilty about it, I was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna ask you for shit ever again." Like, nope, and haven't since then. Like, I don't ask her to watch and see that's another thing. Like, if we have to find a babysitter, it's just my wife's mom, and then I'm like, so now we know to save that up. We don't want to constantly ask her to like watch Amelia, So we save it for special occasions, like make sure that we're gonna do something together. We're gonna spend some time together.
Yeah.
And ask your mom to watch her. That way she doesn't feel like we're asking her all the time, type shit. Like,
Yeah, you don't want to make them feel like you're abusing the kind of unspoken agreement that's there.
Yeah.
Like,
And that is the only place that Amelia can stay overnight too. Like, nobody else wants to watch her overnight except for that's not true. Her stepdad will watch her overnight, but she's all the way up they're all the way up by you.
yeah.
Like farther than you actually. They're off of 23, like basically Polaris.
Oh, okay.
So like they're like a little bit farther. I guess it depends on which way you go. To go up that way, like would you consider to be farther? I guess.
It's probably about 15 minutes farther.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even, because you're real close to 270, aren't you?
Yeah, but it's
23 is.
I'm on the like Clintonville, in between Clintonville and so there's Worthington, Clintonville, Columbus. I'm kind of like the Clintonville, Columbus side. Then there's Worthington, then there's Delaware.
Okay.
That's 23.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. Like if I. Yeah.
Yeah, so Sawmill is like 10 minutes from me, and then Morse Road's right up the road from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah, it's about like 10, maybe 15 minutes from like where you live.
Come find me.
Yeah. Good luck. So. Yeah. So, but from here, I mean, that's a whole like 45-minute drive. To
Yeah,
go
it's
and,
probably 35, 40 minutes, maybe 45 with traffic.
Yeah, to go and drop my baby off for the night and then go and pick her up the next day when I'm like, or we could just save it up, drive 10 minutes down the road to her mom's house, and then like that's where I gotta pick her up from. So it's like that's kind of the only option that we got, other than my mom who lives 3 minutes away, but it's like that's a no go.
Yeah.
So it sucks. And fucking me and my wife have fought about it, where she's like, you don't really talk to your mom. I'm like, I'm cool with it. It's whatever to me. I'm not even about it, to be honest with you. I've got like my support system when it comes to like my wife and you, and I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm Gucci. Like, I don't need all these other people. Like I'll make it work. I'll make it fucking work.
Yeah. There's a certain amount of like people from the outside think that you are missing the relationship with your mom, or like you'll regret something about it later in life when she's gone. Like, oh, I didn't have a good relationship with her, or I didn't say this thing that I wanted to say to her, which is an understandable thing for people from like the outside to worry about.
Yeah.
But you're also like taking care of your own health by like who your mom is, and you need to put a certain amount of distance between you and her and that relationship for your own well-being. Otherwise, it's like it's upsetting to try and deal with a person who doesn't really want to communicate the way you're trying to communicate to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was telling my wife the other day that like I can talk to my dad about like parties I've been to and like the dumb shit that I've done, and he'll laugh about it and then be like, here's some dumb shit that I did, Like, I mean, you've been there. Like, we talked about that shit. And with my mom, it's mom mode 24/7. And I'm like my dad can separate like dad mode and like friend mode, and then he even said that like my mom's side of the family and stuff would get mad at him for like not disciplining us, I guess, or like not being as upset with us as like they thought he should be when we would do something. He'd be like, they'll fucking figure it out. Like, you gotta make mistakes in life, like they'll fucking figure it out at some point. And yeah, fucking figure it out. And which I totally agree with. I'm like, yeah, I learned more from me actually making mistakes on my own than somebody telling me like, hey, don't do this, where it was like, hey, you shouldn't do this. And like, that's what made me who I am today, is all the mistakes that I made on my own, and because I actually learned from them. I was like,
of course,
oh my God,
yeah.
I actually took shit from that. Now, it's not to say like when somebody's like, hey, don't touch the hot stove, it's gonna burn you. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, it's gonna burn me. Like I can learn from that. Like, it's gonna hurt. I know what burns feel like. But then again, if you don't know what a burn feels like, and then you're like, well, okay, you're like, it's gonna burn me, but like, what does that even mean? I don't know what that means.
Bitch ass burn? That ain't shit.
And then you finally do it, and then you're like, oh, oh no, that shit hurts. That burns. Like, you know what it feels like, and you don't want to inflict that on anybody else. And then you find ways to be able to explain to people like the mistakes that you've made and how to explain that to somebody to where they don't want to make the same mistakes.
Yeah. Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of.
So, I don't know. I learned a lot from my mom. I learned a lot from her, from the mistakes that she made in her life and how she interacts with me and the rest of the family. And that's what I've taken from it. I'm not upset that I don't have the best relationship with my mom. I know how it is. I know what happened, and that's kind of led to the relationship being this way.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of what it is. I have a better relationship now with my dad than I do with my mom, and I love it, to be honest with you. Like, me and my dad bond over a whole bunch of shit, and it always wasn't that way. Like, I had a better relationship, I would say, with my mom than I did my dad growing up, because I never really talked to my dad. And then as I got older, it's, flipped. Like, I talk to my dad way more than I talk to my mom now. Like, and, as you saw, like, we went over there last
dad's
weekend.
pretty fucking chill.
Yeah, my dad's super fucking chill. And, like, I can literally talk to him about anything. And, like, he's really cool about it. And, like, we bond over the whiskey and the bourbon and, like, computers and stuff like that. And so, like, he's always super helpful, and he really likes seeing Amelia and stuff like that. So, my dad has seen Amelia more than my mom has.
Yeah.
Real talk. And that's fucking saying something, because I haven't taken Amelia over there that often either. Like,
Yeah, but he's come over here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the same thing with my dad. I'm really thankful for my relationship with my dad as I've gotten older. Or even, like, because I didn't meet him till I was 11. So when I finally did, it was maybe I was a little younger than that, but around that age. And when I finally did, it was like there was a lot of catching up to do, and I was already kind of like a preteen. So I had like a open line of question with somebody that it felt like a new friend had entered my life, and it hadn't quite clicked that, like, as a father figure yet. It was just like this cool guy who is my real dad, which shocked at the time. And then, like, growing as an adult, being able to always just have, like, that friendly, open dialogue from day one.
Yeah.
Because, like, I met him like I would have met a friend, like, in school or something. Like, it's
Yeah.
like, here's this new guy that you can talk to, and just happens to be your real dad. But it was like, we bonded over video games. He got me into Quake. Like, that was the first FPS that I ever played with my dad, and still fucking into that shit. And
you can thank my dad for being into FPS games.
Yeah, exactly.
The
and
only
like,
thing that I'm into is because of my dad.
Yeah, and we bonded over skating. Like, when he found out that I had a skateboard and I was into skating, he was the guy who taught me how to do a boneless. Which, for chat, most of you aren't going to know what a boneless is. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's a cool
They're like
skateboarding
boneless
trick.
wings.
Yeah.
They taught you how to eat boneless wings.
All I have to say to you is dolphin flip sex change. Yeah, so, like, we bonded over that, and now it's at the point where, like, my dad knows that I'm a partaker of the cannabis, and we bond over that because he
shared some shit with you.
He has. He's gotten me some gifts before.
Yeah, he's gotten you some edible gifts.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
what's
great.
up.
Yeah.
I never got that from my dad though.
No, but you get the cool whiskeys.
Yeah.
I mean, my dad also does that too. Like, every year for Christmas, I get the bottle of whiskey or the bottle of bourbon, or the pre-made old fashioned is my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Dude, I need to get that Eagle Rare, man. I'm telling you, that shit was fucking... He's got another bottle of it. He's like, when I buy, like, whiskeys and stuff, like, when he bought the Eagle Rare, he's like, I buy 2 of them, and then I keep one closed and drink out of the other one. That way, if anybody wants to trade for something that I actually want, and they might want the Eagle Rare, I can trade them for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's fucking smart. But I'm like, I
Dad's
kind of
into
want
it,
that,
man.
I kind of want that bottle.
Yeah.
I might pay my dad $60 just to get that bottle, just so he can go buy himself another one. I'm like, whatever it takes for you to ship it and get it here, I'll pay that just so I can fucking have it. Because I'd pay the same thing for me to buy it and ship it here.
But it'd be easier to just get it from him and then have him go through that.
Yeah, exactly. Or, hear me out, we take a trip to Kentucky.
We could do that.
Yeah, because he's like, that shit is on shelves. He's
Yeah.
like, you can get that shit off the shelf. But like,
Let's
for,
go to
for
Louisville.
us, we could.
Yeah.
We need to take a trip, man. Me and you.
I want to go back to
seriously,
Louisville.
Me and you need to just take a fucking trip somewhere.
Yeah.
Take like a weekend trip or like maybe like a 2-day trip. You know, like we leave on Friday, come back maybe Saturday night.
Next
late.
fucking Friday.
Late. Don't tempt me. I would, dude.
Yeah. Sip. I forgot what we were talking about again.
Depressing shit, man.
Oh yeah.
Super depressing.
Moms.
Shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
I-
check if mine texted me.
Hey, I don't know, man. My wife hates it because she's like, you just like push shit down and don't really deal with it. And I'm like, I just push shit down and forget about it.
Well, I don't think
It's not that I don't deal with it. Like I deal with it and then I just forget about it.
that's
I'm like,
what I was
fuck
gonna
it,
say.
dude.
I
It'll-
don't think you're pushing things down. I think you're categorizing certain things as like, I don't need to worry about this because it's not
is-
worth my time.
It's not. Like
Yeah.
a lot of things are not worth my time. Like why should I even stress about this and deal with all this shit? I should just let this shit go and move on with my life instead of even taking the energy to worry about these things. Like
Yeah.
it's just not worth my energy to do that. I could put that energy into so many other places. Like when people say pick or choose your battles. Like that's kind of how I think about it. Like what am I
Yeah.
really going to put my energy into or not, you know? And when it comes to certain things, and like I know, you know, my wife is a lot different than I am when it comes to that. She's the exact opposite. You know, she worries about everything, and she constantly thinks about everything. And I'm the exact opposite. I'm like, if I don't feel that it's worth my time, I don't even think about it. I don't even worry about it. You know,
Yeah.
it's not even a thing to me. I'm like, whatever. You know, and she's like, well, you don't want to, you know, talk to your mom, spend time with your mom. I'm like, I don't even care, to be honest with you. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, if she would put the effort into it, like I tried to, you know, from the beginning, then yeah.
I think that's what it is for me. Looking from the outside is like it's frustrating to me that you have tried and she doesn't seem to.
No.
Yeah, and
She's got other of my siblings that ask her for more shit more often, and she decides to put her focus on that. And so
She kind of likes playing the guilt card, because that feels fun.
I
Is that-
guess I
yeah.
don't know. I don't really care.
Huh.
Again, yeah. I
Interesting.
Yeah, that was the thing where she was like, you and your sibling are, you know, constantly asking me for, you know, money and stuff like that. And like, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, or to watch your kids. And I was like, all right, bet.
Yeah.
Quit asking her. And then I see on her like social media and stuff like that she's still watching that other siblings, like kids, and like probably helping them out with money and shit like that. And so I'm like, all right. Well, I'm glad that you can put all of your attention into that, and I can, you know, just deal with shit on my own.
Yeah.
You know,
She just needs to figure out how to be needed without financial like incentive involved, you know? Like I might be like armchair psychologizing a little bit from the outside, but like it's
Yeah.
just I've known people like that in my life who will hold money over, and it's kind of like it's a game they're playing a little bit where like they like to do that. Like they're not actually upset about the money. It's their weird way of like when the girl in fucking elementary school likes you and is bullying you because that's her way of showing that she likes you, or vice versa. Like it's kind of the parental version of that where they're not sure how to tell you or show you their love without it being
But
like
see-
negative.
then I feel like that kind of might like traumatize people a little bit, you know, and I
Mhm.
feel like that might have kind of traumatized you a little bit
Yeah.
because like I know that, you know, me and you have both borrowed money from each other, and it
Mhm.
was like we both felt like immediately we were like, as soon as we can, we're like, we need to give that money back.
Yeah.
When in reality, I'm sure, at least I'm speaking from my perspective, but I would assume that you feel the same way, where that we would, first of all, communicate with each other and be like, hey, yada yada came up, like I can't pay you back immediately, but
Is
I
it
will.
bad that every time you say yada yada, I just hear yada or your body yada yada yada? Like,
Yes. Yes. Yada 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 yada.
Fuck.
Yes. But no, like neither one of us would be upset if the other person was like, "Hey, I can't pay you back exactly right now, but like
Yeah.
I'll get you back," and then we wouldn't even stress about it. Like it wouldn't even really be the thing, you know.
Yeah.
Like
For sure.
unless we really needed it, you know. If I'm like, "Hey, I need to borrow $40," and you're like, "Man, this is my last $40," and then I'm gonna even have that in my head. I'm gonna be like, if he's willing to give up his last $40, like I need to give that back to him like immediately, like as soon as I can. You
Yeah.
know? Like I'm gonna be So like for us, even though we're not gonna be mad at each other, really, I feel like
No, we wouldn't. It's more my internal monologue when it's the moment where like, hey, dude, I feel like awful about that. Like I'm never gonna ask you for money again. Like that's my internal monologue. Like that's the background trauma from my past. Being like,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where to me, I'm like, dude, if you need some help, I got you.
Yeah.
Bro. I have no problem helping you out.
Exactly.
Like, there's
Yeah.
no problem at all. Like and I'll let you know if I got it right now, I can. If not, then I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just how it is. But if I got it, if I got it, I'm not expecting that money back. Also,
Yeah.
like that's kind of how I think about it too. Where like if I tell somebody like, hey, if you're gonna borrow money, and I'm telling you like I got you, I'm also under that like. In the back of my head, I'm like, I don't necessarily expect that money back.
Yeah.
Like, if it really does come down to it, I don't expect the money back because I'm just helping a friend out. It's nice to do that, you know, especially like somebody like you who's my best fucking friend. I wouldn't, I'm not gonna be upset over money. You
Yeah.
know, if you need some help and it's really for something, like I have no problem helping you out. Don't necessarily expect that money back. If you give me the money back, then cool. If not, I'm also not going to be mad about it because I'm like, I'm helping you out. You're still going to be my friend. You're still going to be around. It's not like you're just going to like up and disappear after you borrow $40 from me, you
Yeah.
know? Like,
Well, that's where my trauma comes from, though. Is the drug addict?
I need to borrow money and then disappear.
Yeah, like
yeah.
the drug addicts in my life and the drug addict mother that messed me up with when it came to finances. Like we had PlayStation 2s, me and my brother, and then one day one of them went missing, and then my mom was high. It was like, oh, I know what happened to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my famous story with like that kind of like thing was getting my mom a tea maker for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And it going missing. And then my mom being high.
Yeah.
And like I was talking about this to my wife that like I'm never gonna get over it. It's never gonna be a thing. She's like, well, then you need to go to therapy and like deal. I'm like, it's not that I haven't dealt with it. I've dealt with it, but it'll always be something that's in my head.
Yeah.
You know, it's always gonna be there. It's not just gonna go away. Me dealing with it was asking my mom the questions that I needed to ask her and getting that out of the way, and then being like, okay, well, there it is.
Yeah.
Whatever, and then moving on. Like now, I'm just like, it is what it is. I'm never gonna get over it. It's always gonna be there, but it is what it is, and it's always gonna be there.
It is what it is.
So just let it the fuck go.
Yeah.
Like just kind of fucking forget about it. Now, will I always kind of have a certain way that I deal with things when it comes to that sort of situation? Yeah. Yeah. Am I always gonna kind of feel this resentment? Yeah. It's that's not, even if I went to therapy, it's not gonna go away. I'm not just gonna immediately be like, oh my god, I love my mom now. Like, no.
Yeah.
I still love my mom, but I also know that some shitty shit happened, and I'm never gonna forget that shit. It's never
Yeah.
gonna be over. Like,
Mama's Boy Austin makes me laugh. I want to see more of that.
hell nah, dude. Nope, doesn't happen. I'll be a daddy's boy though.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Apollo though, hold on. After this topic, I would like to ask how Austin and Wes first became friends.
We've told this story before.
We have told this story before, but I
can
don't
tell
think
it
it
again.
goes back as far as like Apollo being a part of like watching the podcast and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I always love talking about this, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. I love like our story.
Okay.
And how we got to mingle together and meet each other, I always love it. Because it was me literally being in
and me just being lost in my own shut off world. Like, I when you first met me, I was like full on like nobody likes me, everybody hates me. I'm just here by myself to do my thing, and then I'm leaving. And then you just talk to me out of nowhere, or
It was you skating, bro. I'm telling you. It was the way that you skated. Because we met each other at the skate park.
Yes.
Our local skate park out in Pickerington. And I had been going there for a little bit once I had kind of moved to Pickerington. And I specifically remember... yeah. Hey, you know what's funny? You want to see something funny? We both have jeans on. And actually, I have socks on. I know that chat can't really see it. But they're bananas riding skateboards.
hell yeah, hell yeah, they
You can
are.
see it.
Yeah.
But Chad can't. But it's bananas riding skateboards.
Yo, where'd you get those socks?
Chloe got them for me.
Where'd Chloe get those
I
socks?
don't know. I'll ask her though. And actually, to be completely honest with you, after I take my BSFTB hoodie off, that you can get on tpublic.com/BSFTB.
Undressed for me. Hey, you got the other banana shirt on.
I got the other banana shirt on. I wanted to show people that we got the banana. I got the banana
Motherfucker.
shirts. I got the banana shirts. It's happening. No, but how I met Wes was literally me going to the skate park and being a new skater also.
You rolled up
Like-
to me at the bench, right? Or was I like actually doing a trick?
I don't know. I think I kind of like...
I was sitting at the bench.
You might have. I don't exactly remember the exact moment. I just know that it was at the park. I remember specifically me... Because it was the old setup.
Yes, it
You know how
was.
the bench was next to like the roll-in.
Yeah.
Kind of or it's not really a roll in, but like we know what it is, you know.
So it's a wedge ramp.
It's angle in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It's
the
a
bench
bank.
was next to that. The picnic table was next to that.
Yeah.
I specifically remember like being over towards that side where the bench was and looking up at you over like on the quarters on the other side. Like
Yeah.
like you had gone and done your run and everything and like went over the spine and then we're up on the other side of the quarters. And I remember like you like getting like the way that you got off your board where you like kind of throw it up and then you catch it, you know, off
Yeah.
of the quarter. And then, you know, yeah. And then you just like walked and had your head down and everything. Like, I'm not paying attention. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I was like,
Fucking with the nice hair.
I literally in my head was like, I need to know who this is. I was like, I have to meet this guy. I was like, I have to. I was like, he's got to teach
Aw.
me how to skate. Like, that was my first thought. Was like, he's got to teach me how to skate. I don't remember the first time that I actually like talked to you. Like, and I know
I'm
that it was
pretty
that
sure-
day.
I'm pretty sure it was bonding over weed.
I'm sure it was.
I'm pretty sure what it was is that there was a bowl being scraped between one of us or somebody.
That totally
And
sounds
you
like
were
us.
the scrape master back then. Like, I'm pretty sure that's
I still
what it
am,
was.
okay? I still hold that title all right.
Yeah.
I might not smoke weed anymore, but I can still scrape your pieces for you.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. That's what started the conversation, and then we just kept talking after that because like we saw each other at the park all the time. I was there almost every day back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how it started.
I mean,
And well, and the whole friend group too, because really after I started talking to you, it was like
we met Alan,
yeah, man,
And-
Alan, Garrett, Holden.
yeah,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And then that's when the whole Savage Life shit started and
Mhm.
everything else. Yeah, that was cool.
That was an awesome few years that we had for a while.
Yeah.
Good night, Pashy or Pashi or however the fuck. I should know how to say it, but I've never asked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Me and you was
It's been what, like
almost a decade.
yeah, it has.
Yeah.
Cause it was either junior or my senior year. I was still in high school.
I was definitely still in high school.
Yeah.
For sure.
I was probably my senior year when I met you. Like
So my
earlier.
junior year.
Yeah.
So I would have been like 17.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, cuz I was still too young to drink cuz I turned 21 after I'd already met everybody.
I want to say that, yeah, because by the time that I was actually really going to the park and really like learning shit, I had gotten past my whole like heroin phase. So like I
Yeah.
don't think that you were.
I'm glad I wasn't around for that.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. Yeah, and that was like 15.
Yeah.
So like 15, 16, somewhere around there. So like yeah,
Good stuff.
I had a fucked up childhood, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was definitely after that, which like I'm also glad, but it was also like the people that I was hanging out with at the time of all that happening and stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely glad that I was past that. Even though I was never like addicted to it and like I never bought it. It was always like people like the people that I was hanging out with willing to share it. It was like,
Yeah.
if they were willing to share it, then I was gonna do it. But like other than that, like I never spent my own money. Never asked for a dealer's number or anything like that to get my own like type shit. Like no, I was never like that.
Yeah.
Didn't really like it either. I would say I probably did 5 or 6 times the entire time that I had ever done it. So that's kind of good. But still, yeah, I'm glad that I didn't. I'm glad that you didn't know me during that either. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, I am really glad, and I'm glad that I met you when I did, because I was definitely on that path of like, hey, kind of want to do a little bit better with my life. You know, that was like the start of it. Even though I was still a piece of shit back then.
We both went into a little bit of a dark phase there for a while.
Yeah. But hey, we're out of it now.
Yeah.
You know, and we're doing great. We're doing great. I think, at least.
No,
we're
I
doing
think we
awesome.
are. Come a long way.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
In 10 years, kicking
Yeah.
ass.
Fuck yeah, dude. Seriously. And I would I count a lot of that to like me and you being friends, to be honest with you. And me and you having the conversations that we had. Like the whole reason that we started this podcast was over like the conversations that we had and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I would account a lot of that for that.
Mhm.
Like, and us like bouncing back and forth off of each other and just being like, you know, these are the goals that I kind of want in my life. And, you know, us relating to each other off of that and being like, yeah, you know, that would be kind of nice. And then we're like, all right, well, let's fucking do it. And
Yeah.
then like, let's get it done. And here we are, almost 2 years into doing a podcast together.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I can't believe it's almost 2 years, man. February 14th.
I know, it's coming up.
I was thinking about this.
Oh, yeah.
Should we go back and pull all of the like funny parts out of episodes?
I've had that thought several times already, and the time keeps getting closer and closer. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking do this. But yeah, there needs to be like a best of, because
Yeah.
for the first year I did release on the YouTube that you can go back and listen to, just the dumbest, goofiest compilation of sound effects and clips and drops from the first year. I forget what that's called.
A recap?
No, the video
Rewind.
on
Oh.
YouTube, Banana Parade.
Yeah.
1 year
yeah.
anniversary Banana Parade on the YouTube if
Yes.
you want to check out clips from the first year of the show. But yeah, we need to do like an actual like clip show type thing where I'll bring over a USB of like the best moments, and then we can play them live on the show.
Let's
And
wait
then-
till next year. Because
Really?
we just started. Well, if you want to do like the audio side of it, we can for sure. But next year we'll do the video side of it. Because I think that last year we like in the middle of the year kind of just started doing the video and stuff like that.
Could we still do a live episode though, where we do like
Yeah,
I'll bring
no.
over the thumb drive
For
of,
sure.
of audio clips from then we'll do
For
like
sure.
a clip style show of like this is when, or we'll react to.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
cool.
yeah, for
favorite
sure.
moments.
No, yeah, for
Fuck
sure.
yeah.
Fuck sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck sure.
Fuck sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fuck
for
sure, bro.
It's funny that Apollo just commented that you guys should make a best of compilation, put it on YouTube, but do a live 2-year celebration on Twitch. Slack would most likely be around 8.7K by that time.
You fucking
So I'll
animal.
paying everyone for it to join the 2-year special.
You fucking you beast of a man.
You're welcome, baby.
Yeah, no, that's I like that idea. Bye, McCrae. By the way, I don't know if it's too late. Sorry you had to go. Well, and I mean, if the question you had, just ask it in the Discord. I'll get back to you, or Austin will. One of us will. By the way, We're both banana, so it's confusing when you call us banana.
No, yeah, no, you got to be more specific. Like
Yeah.
either call us by our names, like Wes or Austin.
Yeah.
Like just when you just say banana, it's hard for either one of us to know because we are both technically banana. Because on my Twitch, I'm banana co-leader, and like in the Discord, I'm banana co-leader. And then Wes also is something related to banana. I don't.
Yeah,
What he is right now is not necessarily exactly banana,
no.
but it is a form of banana.
My brain broke. A banana band. Why did I turn into a fucking minion mid sentence?
That was fucking.
I can't do it again. There's been.
Here it's been.
Fuck you. That's my thing. There's been.
You don't have that as a sound cue?
I do. There's too much work to load it up. I do though.
Oh my god.
It's on the other soundboard. And speaking of which, a new soundboard will be broke out when Honesty joins us for one of the episodes. I was waiting to do a new sound because there's sounds she specifically requested. But there's 2 times in my life where I've done something like that, where my brain just went on fucking like default like background process mode, and my mouth lost track of what was happening. The first time that I'll always remember was my first like real adult date with Crystal. We went out to Max and Irma's, my favorite restaurant that is now going out of fucking business.
There's still one out there, man.
There's one out there somewhere.
I had Max and Irma's the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ordered it on DoorDash, actually.
Is it hanging in there?
It was actually really fucking good.
Okay.
I got a tortilla burger
Oh, those
with
are good.
Tortilla soup.
Yeah.
Like instead
Great
of
combo.
well, like I got it with cheese fries.
Yeah.
Or cheese and bacon fries, and then I also got a cup of tortilla soup because when you order the tortilla burger, they give you like a small little like ramekin like of the tortilla soup.
Yeah, you can ram my can.
I was like, I'm gonna need more than that,
Yeah.
so I ordered another like side cup of soup. Oh my god, dude, it took me back.
Mm-hmm.
Took me back to the days of working at Max and Irma's, man. That shit was fucking delicious.
I need to go get some before they're completely
Oh
gone.
my god, yeah, dude. I think the last one's on Broad Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not too far.
No.
Yeah.
We should go on a date.
We should go on a date.
We should go on a date.
Yeah.
I think I know somebody that works there. We should go on a date.
That would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Let's
We
go on a
might be
date,
able to
bro.
get a discount.
Okay.
Discount. I would love to go on a date. To Max and Irma's, bro.
Yeah.
I would love to. That'd be so nice.
Aw.
I would really enjoy that.
Are you gonna buy me flowers too?
I might actually.
Oh.
I might. We'll see. And I'll buy like a little what do they call them? A vase,
Yeah.
a vase.
vase.
I'll buy a vase
Yeah.
for you, and I'll fucking put that shit on the table.
Oh.
I'll get there before you do, so when you show up, you just
Aw.
come up to the table, and the vase and
You're
the
such a
flowers
good
are already in.
man.
I know.
Oh.
I'm better to you than I'm my wife. Let's be real here. You kind of are.
Yeah.
I know my wife was literally talking about that the other day. She was like, I hope that you don't treat Wes the same way that you treat me. Yeah.
Yeah. And you were like, I better.
Because we were talking about kind of like mental issues and stuff that's going on. And I was
Yeah.
like, I also don't like see a lot of like the things that, because she was talking about how like you and her are kind of the same and how you guys kind of deal with the same like mental issues that like go on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't also see a lot of that with Wes. I might deal with it sometimes where like you might overreact with something that I say
Mm-hmm.
and think that I'm like going off this way, and then literally all I have to do is be like, I did not mean it that way. I'm so sorry.
And then I'm like, I'm dumb. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then you apologize, and I'm like, no, it's okay. Like
Yeah.
everything's cool. Like I don't. I fucked up, and it's because my anger gets the best of me sometimes when it comes to like my wife, and it's because I deal with it every day.
Yeah.
It's not like with you where like I see you once a week. you know, and then like even talking to you, like we talk over text or like Discord, and sometimes
You're
things
getting
get
much smaller doses of me.
exactly,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm like trying to convey to her, and she's like, well, we're the same. I hope that Wes like, she was like, is that the reason why Wes doesn't talk to you about what's going on with him? Is because he sees how you talk to me and deal with me, and he doesn't want that. And I was like, oh.
No, I just don't like talking about that shit all the time. And I do talk to you about my shit.
And that's what I told her too.
Yeah.
And I was like, he does talk to me, and I was like, I do like.
It's
you
just on
know,
my own terms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't see it every day. I don't have to deal with it every day.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to use the word deal, but that's the only way. Like, it's not like I'm dealing with it, you know. But I'm just saying, like, or I don't have to experience it every day.
Yeah.
That's the word I should use. I don't have to experience it every day. Where, as with her, I do. And like, I have anger issues, and I deal with them every day too. So like, or I experience them every day too. And sometimes they get the best of me. I say some dumb shit.
Hey, watch your PC language.
And you know, things get misconstrued
Yeah.
over the words that I say because I get upset and I just fucking words come out. So, you know, trying to explain it to her, and she was like, well, you know, I just don't want you to treat me the same way that you would treat Wes. And I'm like, I don't. But again,
Yeah.
it's not the same like relationship.
No.
You know? Like we have our time apart. We have a lot of time apart compared to like me and my wife. I see her every fucking day. You know, that's a different kind of relationship than like what me and you have. And I'm sure it's kind of the same way when it comes to like you and your wife and like
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and me and you, you know, for sure. And trying
There's
to
a similar dynamic there too with my wife, where she's like, "Oh, you're going over to your fuck buddy's house," and it's like, "Well, no, I'm going over to
my
my
God.
best friend's house."
Oh my
Like,
God.
Well, she's just joking.
I know, but I kind of wish you would drop it at this point.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, we've gotten past that.
Yeah.
All right. Like, we're past that. You can do it too.
And I'm using an example that's from the
Yeah,
past.
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
so it's a little different nowadays. But it has been a similar thing in the past where like there's a wee bit of maybe jealousy is not the right word, but I'm not sure what word would be going on there. Where like there's a similar relationship where like I'm getting a 4 to 6 hour period of time once a week with somebody who I really enjoy talking to and have a great time with. And she sees that as time taken away from her. And also, like, we're best friends and we talk to each
Yeah,
other.
but
on
what else
Discord
do
and
you
shit.
do besides, like,
Well, I work all week.
like
and then there's
literally?
the
Okay,
kids,
okay,
and
okay.
then
So let's
she has,
break.
like,
No. Let's
okay,
break this
alright,
down
alright.
real quick.
Okay.
If you didn't, if you did not have this time that you spent with me, what other time would you have spending with anybody else other than your own family?
Oh, well, the part you added at the end is I would spend the time with her. But I spend my free time during the week with her anyway.
Exactly.
It's not like we have a shitload of free time, though. That's the thing.
Because of kids, or you talking about like
Kids
because of
and
your kids?
our schedules and like I see her
Okay.
for like 15, 20 minutes a day during the week, and then I see her on the weekends. Well, then I sleep next to her for 4 hours every night.
I see my wife like with that too, especially with like the second shift schedule.
Yeah.
Now, also my wife doesn't work,
Yeah.
so for her it's a lot more difficult right now because I'm asleep during the morning. I get up for a few hours and then I'm gone and go to work. And then when I get home, I can do whatever the fuck I want to because they're asleep.
Yep.
And then again, she still has to get up with the baby, deal with the baby while I'm asleep because that's just like the schedule. But that sucks for her, especially now because of coronavirus. And like, it's not like she can just leave and go and do whatever the fuck she wants to. You know,
Yeah.
she can't just go hang out with her friends or like go somewhere and do something with the kid because she's, you know, worried about corona. She's like, I'm not trying to get corona or give corona to my child. So like, I'm not going to do shit. I'm just going to stay at home. And that's been, you know, a huge deal for her. And like, I feel bad. But I'm also like, just kind of, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is right now, at least. Yeah, yeah.
So, a little part of me is like, just make it work somehow. Come on, girl, you got this. Just fucking make it work, please. I'm asking you, just make it work. work. Find something to do at home. And then she's like, well, a baby. And I'm like, I understand. But, like, just fucking slap her with some NyQuil. Knock her the fuck
Put
out
a little
for
bourbon
few
on the
hours.
gums, bro. Yeah.
Dude. She'll be knocked out for hours, bro. You can go do whatever the fuck you want to.
No,
She's
it's
like, no. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you. And I also told her, I was like, it's not like when I leave, for the most part, like, I do go to Micro Center, and I have, been going to Micro Center a lot. But
Yeah,
I've
it
also
was-
been, like, building my stuff. Like,
yeah.
I'm basically done now. But, and then she's like, well, you go to your dad's and try out whiskey and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. But, like, for the most part, when I leave, I'm going to work.
yeah.
It's not like I'm going out and, like, hanging out with my friends. Like, I go to work and, like, I might have a good interaction with the people that I work with or whatever. But, like, these are not the real people that I want to hang out with. For the most part. There's a few select people that I'd be like, I'd be cool to hang out with you outside of work. But for the most part, it's like, I'm cool with you because I'm at work.
Yeah.
And you're kind of the only people that I have to talk to outside of this.
Kind of
like,
gotta be.
I kind of gotta be.
Mm-hmm.
But she also brought up a good point that she's like, the only adult interaction that I get on a day-to-day basis is between me and you.
Yeah.
And then she's like, well, Wes comes over. So I get that. She's like, I'm really happy that Wes comes over. And I get that interaction and at least get to see him. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, and then other than that, it's this fucking 1.5-year-old that doesn't speak English yet.
Yeah.
That has no idea what the fuck's going on and is a pain in the ass a lot of the time. Amelia hit her terrible twos 6 months early. I'm just going to pull that out, okay? She's already in that shit, for sure. And I do feel bad, but I'm like, I don't know, man. A part of me is just like, you just need to fucking figure it out.
It's not gonna last forever, You'll get through it. It's a temporary thing.
And it's hard for me because I can't say that either.
Mhm.
Because she says it a lot where she's like, I'm just not going to be able to do anything ever. And, yada, I'm just going to nothing ever again. And I'm like,
Well, that's too far too. Like
that's not true.
Yeah,
And
exactly,
It's
like-
going to be shitty for a couple years and then it's going to be okay.
Uh-huh.
Like, just fucking chill out. Just.
it sucks in the moment. for
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
But once I switch my schedule and I can be home during the evenings, it'll be a lot easier.
Mhm.
Where like she doesn't just get a couple hours. It's like, oh, I get home at like 2:30, 3 o'clock, something like that, and then I can like help out with the kid until she goes to sleep at 9 o'clock,
Yeah.
and then we can maybe have like an hour of like us time, and then I'll go to bed because I gotta be up at 4 o'clock in the morning, type shit. So like it'll be easier when my schedule changes. Right now it just kind of sucks, but it was for the fucking money. That was the only reason that I took this job and like did that, and it'll be over mid-February. So it's like you just gotta kind of wait it out. It's not gonna be like this forever. I
Yeah.
know it sucks now, and I know that coronavirus also sucks because it's like you have the car in the morning, you can go and do whatever the fuck you want as long as you're back by at the very least 3:30.
Yeah.
Like if or I should say at the most,
Yeah.
3:30, then like, cool. Like as long as I got that car, I can leave and go to fucking work at that point.
Showing up at 3:30 every time.
By all means.
Do
But
it.
coronavirus shit can't really do that.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a lot that she can do, And I'm like, I know it sucks, but like, I can figure it out.
There's a certain amount of balancing that's gonna go on there too.
Yeah.
Like when you're talking about like getting home and they're asleep, like I get a little like I love the amount of time that I get to when I spend time with my wife. It's amazing. I enjoy spending time with my wife, but I also like I work when you said like
Don't.
no. Let me say. I'm gonna say it. When you said the point of like when I leave the house most of the time, it's to work or to like go do something for her and the kids or to go pay rent or some shit or to come
Right.
over here or like the luxuries I get are going to the gas station and get beer and like coming over here to do the podcast and occasionally I go skate. And so The time that I do spend with her is amazing, but when I come home at 12:30 and she's still up, a little part of me is like, "What the fuck are you doing up? I want to play games."
Oh, my wife is never up, dude.
Mine is like 50-50 up, and I'm
Never.
like, sometimes great, I'm in the mood for it, and other times I'm like, I wanted to fucking play stuff.
But I also have the dog too.
Yeah.
So it's like the moment that I get home, I grab the dog and have to walk the dog and then go to it. And
Yeah.
that's like a whole thing for me where I'm like, fuck, I don't want to walk this dog, dude. I just want to go fucking hop on my. But what I do is I go and I turn on my computer. I turn it on and then go walk the dog. So that way when I come back, everything's already loaded up. Like Discord's on automatic loaded up, Steam's up or Origin's up, whatever. So it's already set and ready to go. But
I told her when I got home tonight that if she was still up, that she needed to be fully naked and spread eagle.
yeah. Yeah, I feel it. I don't know. My wife is still like upset because she's like, you have Tuesdays. Like when let's say like when my schedule changes, I'll have Tuesdays and Thursdays for me to stream, and then I'll have Saturdays for the podcast. She's like, what am I supposed to do?
Tuesdays. I see her point, I guess. But like the podcast with us. What are you talking about?
Tuesdays and Thursdays are my days to stream.
Yeah.
So once I switch my schedule, because like right now I can stream every night.
Yeah.
I can just like, like when I get home they're asleep, I can stream for a couple hours, whatever. But like I told her, it's like when my schedule changes and I'm home, Tuesdays and Thursdays are my day to stream from 7 to 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Like that'll be my time for me to stream and play video games. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I will not touch my computer at all. And then she's like, well, and she brought it up today and was like, well, you got Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Like, what else do I have? And she's like, I don't hang out with my friends. I don't fucking do anything.
I don't know. Go hang out with your
know.
friends.
I know. That's what I wanted to tell her too. I'm like, and she's like, Corona. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But
Sucks,
like,
man. I don't know.
I know that the one friend that she wants to go hang out with Katie, which we've had on the podcast before, is
Katie's
also
great.
like super alert about like Corona. She works at a hotel,
Yeah.
so that kind of
That makes it tough.
That makes it tough. But she is also, super alert about it and doesn't want to give it to anybody and doesn't want to like.
I see where she's coming from, because like if you have to give up a lot of stuff and then other people aren't having to give up the stuff, and then they're like, well, I'm gonna do this, and this, it feels like they're getting stuff that you're, well, like she's losing things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This was the point that I was getting at.
Yeah.
But I was like, literally, the only reason that I can have you over and that we can do this like so close to each other is also because I know that you take it just as much as serious as I do.
Yeah.
We're like,
I work in a room by myself.
if I even had like a small inclination that I was sick
Yeah.
or anything like that, like we wouldn't do this.
Mhm.
Like I would be like, nah, just fucking stay home. Yeah, it would suck, but I'd be like, no. Like if I feel like I'm sick at all, it's not happening. I'm not trying to get you sick. I'm not trying to get my wife sick. I'm not trying to get my baby sick. Like nothing, dude. Like it's not gonna happen. And I know that you feel the same exact way.
Yeah.
So that's where we're like, I know that I can have you over because unless you feel 100%, we're not gonna do this. I don't know, man. It's difficult. Life is difficult.
It's a bump that you guys will get over. Like,
Yeah.
it sucks right now.
It sucks a lot, dude.
Yeah,
It sucks a
yeah.
lot.
It's one of those things where, like, just in the situation, there's not much you can do about it. And also, like, you guys,
Oh my God, Lovitz was in here.
gotta love it.
I love Lovitz.
There's just a certain amount of, like, respecting each other's hobbies and, like, interests and stuff. Like, I used to get mad at Crystal for being on her phone for certain amounts of time.
Yeah.
But like she watches manga and like anime and stuff on her iPad, and then she also like does her drawing things, and then she also knows I do the podcast, and so we've just come to an agreement over time. And we had those arguments before, like famously when we all went to the zoo And from the story, yeah, that time,
I remember.
the whole time she's texting me and calling me and being like, "What are you doing? You can't be out that long. When are you gonna be home? You love your friends more than you love me." All this fucking nonsense. I'm like having the greatest time of my life, except for my phone vibrating in my pocket. And I hated that. I didn't want that to be the case. And like, I love my wife.
We were all like tripping balls. You're like, I love my
Yeah.
wife, but like, she's giving me a hard time right now.
She's making this very difficult to enjoy this acid right now.
The couch.
The cat. Yeah, exactly. So, it's just now we're at the point where like that fight still occasionally comes up if one of us like oversteps or is inconsiderate about something or didn't think to ask about something. But now it's like I respect her space and time and her things, and she does the same. I'm sure like the pandemic doesn't help and
No,
the
not
situation
at all.
doesn't help, but you'll get to a point where like your schedule of like these are the things I like and here's when I do them, and her schedule of it'll mesh together over
I'm
time.
gonna give her every other day.
Yeah.
Like I get Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and I'm like, I'll give you every other day.
Mhm.
Like seriously, like if that means that like, hey, I need to go to Micro Center one day, they're open until 9 o'clock. I'll do it on a Tuesday or a Thursday. Skip the stream. You
Yeah.
know, like I'll do that. Whatever. You know. I don't know. It's just because of my schedule now, and it'll change.
Mhm.
But yeah. So we're about 2 hours into this.
I know. I at an hour 25, I looked and was like, "Wow."
Yeah. I said that we hop into this chat real quick
Okay.
and try and see if any of you guys have any questions or what's going on with the chat right now. And we can pay attention to what chat's doing since we just had like a whole 2-hour conversation.
Yeah.
We
What's
referred-
up, chat?
We referred to Wes as Banana and Austin as just Austin. Wes, don't nuke my server for this, but leave your job already.
What's the command in a nuke again?
What a cute dog in the background in a blanket. He's just she is just chilling.
Wow, Shade. You misgendered that dog.
You misgendered my dog. What an asshole, dude.
Oh.
Oh my god, Motoko, how could you, dude?
How dare you?
How did you not know from that far away that was a female dog? Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Don't you
Fucking-
know to ask pronouns?
Fucking figure it out, dude. Man.
Wait, what's... Never mind. Anytime you hear me go, wait, and have
Never
that
mind.
tone of voice, like, if I'm like, wait,
Never
stop
mind.
me.
Yeah.
Stop me. Like... Or anytime you hear me go, and then start to say something,
Mhm.
stop me.
Mm-hmm. Love it. So what's up, dude?
Was,
I know that we have like 3 viewers in here right now.
how many did we do? What do we...
We topped out at like
What did we peak at?
7, 9.
Not too bad.
7, 9, something
Yeah.
like that. I don't know. Unless you guys in chat have something for us to talk about. All good. How are y'all? I mean, I'm fucking chilling, bro.
How's the weather? Love it. No, we're good, dude.
Oh,
we're chilling.
wait, hold on.
This
hold
is
on.
fun doing it live, man.
Let me see if I can get
While you're finding something, I'm sorry. I gotta pee. I made it 2 hours though, without a break, so I've earned it.
For real, it's fun to see live podcasts. Hey, I'm glad. Apollo, you got anything you want to add, man? Any topics or anything you want us to talk about? Like, feel free. Now's the time. We're paying attention to chat now. So you got our full attention, chat. What's up? What's happening? Trying to get Sandy in here real quick.
Oh yeah.
I know. I didn't even think about it till just now. I just messaged her, so hopefully she
Oh, awesome. Cool. Yeah, we gotta sign that for her.
I know. Shh.
What?
She's not in the stream yet, but yeah.
Didn't you already tell her that's what we're gonna do?
I didn't tell her we were gonna do it on a stream.
Oh.
I just told her that we were gonna do it Saturday.
Gotcha.
I didn't tell her, and then I was like, I sent her a message earlier.
You're right.
It was
There was some
like-
sneaky wording there.
Hey, we're gonna stream the podcast tonight. I need you to come in at some point, Laws. Okay, we'll do what time. Oh, I didn't see that part.
Oh, you fucked up.
I did.
And then she even sent you a question mark.
She's online right now, though. Come on, bro. Come on, Sandy.
Sandy.
Sander.
Come on, Sandy.
Sander.
We need you, Sandy.
Sandy, I need you.
Anybody have any questions while we're waiting on
She's
Sandy?
streaming right now? Hold on, let me go see if she's streaming right.
I mean, it would say on her, unless she doesn't have connected to her Discord.
I don't think she does.
Gotta connect that shit, bro. So people can find you.
Yo, she is. She is streaming right now. That's why she doesn't.
Cool. You could just tell her in the stream chat.
Ooh, what's a good question? Did I turn the? I did. Hold on. No, turn that off.
Future plans for the podcast. Like, there's a podcaster I listen to, wrestling related, whose goal is to get his podcast on SiriusXM. Do you guys have any goals like that? No, not SiriusXM.
No.
I have a feeling that
Yes. There we go.
hell yeah.
There we go.
Awesome.
I need you, Sandy. I need you here.
Our future goals are to just keep growing and expanding what we're doing. Like, we want more equipment. We want the sound to be better. We want the video to be better. We want the podcast to have its own studio and space. And we want to be
Yeah.
able to give you guys more stuff, more content, bonus things like that.
Seriously.
Like, satellite radio and SiriusXM kind of seems like it might be like a dying platform, radio in general. And then the whole point of podcasting is that we're just doing this on our own. So we can do whatever. We can do whatever we want. And that's the goal, is to just keep doing what we want to do. And have you guys help us along and join us for the ride. Sandy's here. Oh yeah, well that sounds amazing because Austin and I put a lot of time learning how to do it properly. Like you put the proper research into it when we started,
Yeah, seriously.
and then we struggled for a couple months trying to figure out how to do it right. But there's still, like, we could get a bigger audio interface. We could get some more
Yeah.
equipment. We could have a studio space. We could have people working for us.
I think the huge thing is people working for us. Though.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
We do, Sandy. I'm sorry.
Sandy, we do, but we can wait till after this game.
Hi, Mangoes.
I'll wait till after your game here, and then I'll get your attention. But no, yeah, I mean, I think after this, after having somebody work for us, we're like, we can have, like, different cameras going and stuff like that, and being able to
Have somebody doing, like, the multicam stream switching
Yeah.
thing where it switches back and forth between our faces and
For-
between, like, the sound booth and shit.
for us,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
then, like, we don't have to worry about it. We can just sit here and fucking chat.
Somebody plays the
All-
TikToks.
All of this is, like, kind of out of here,
Mhm.
and it's just us sitting here being able to focus on what we want to talk about.
Fun little
I don't
trinkets
know.
on the
Yeah,
table, not the
exactly.
equipment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be awesome. Like,
Mhm.
that's the future of the podcast, is having, like, people work for us. And then also a huge thing with, like, the future of the podcast also goes into, like, us starting our own clothing company, starting our own merchandise, streaming on Twitch, and then
More podcasts.
yeah, more podcasts connected to us.
I want to do more things.
Like, and having different yeah, side podcasts that
Mhm.
we do, rather than just us doing this, but side podcasts. And right now I don't have any ideas for me to do any side podcasts. I want to focus more on my streaming because that's what I like to do, and playing video games and shit like that. But I know that you have a huge desire to do a different style of podcast.
Yeah, I want to do a fiction narrative show.
And I've been pushing that from day one.
Yeah.
I'm like, since you told me about it, I was like, you should fucking do that.
Mhm.
Like, people will definitely be interested in that shit for sure. So, the future of the podcast is a lot more than what it is now for sure. And also, like we said before, is, giving back. Whether it be to streamers, whether it be to charities or anything like that. Like, I want to give back to whatever we can. I don't ever want this podcast to become something that's not a part of giving back. Because that was part of the reason that we started this too. Was like the reason that we did it was because we were like, okay, we want to give people entertainment. We're like, we have these really cool, conversations, and I think that people would love to hear them. And then it's also like, well, if we actually start to get a following, like once we had that conversation, if we actually start to get a following, what are we going to do with it? Okay, well, we're going to, give it back to people. We're going to make sure that, like, we don't become necessarily like multimillionaires. Like, I'm gonna live comfortably if I can live off of the podcast and off of streaming and stuff, and I know that you would like to also.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not gonna be a billionaire ever in
When
my
we-
life.
when
There's
we
no fucking way.
Started the
dude.
podcast, it was around the time that Brett Kavanaugh was being like
Yeah.
put into the Supreme Court, and I remember having like that conversation between you, me, and Honesty sitting on a couch in the basement, and it was like one of the like
A concrete basement, by the way.
yeah of like these are the types of conversations we're constantly having, and we're like worried about society and like
Yeah.
I think about that often. That was like the one conversation where it kind of cemented in my head is like, oh, we're probably gonna do this, and then you bought all the equipment, and it was like,
I
oh,
did.
yeah.
I did.
It's always from the start. Like, we don't talk politics as much as we used to on here for good reason, and it's because it's tough to talk about without pissing people off. But
Yeah.
it did start from a place of wanting to help other people. Not just politically or financially, but just in like the sense of emotionally, mentally, and like this podcast has helped me a lot because like when we were telling this the story about how we met, like I was in a place where social anxiety wise, like I couldn't talk to people without it took them coming to me, and like if you hadn't come to me, then this friendship would have never happened. And now I'm at a point where like I'm starting to go to people, like I'm talking to
Which is
randos on the
awesome,
fucking
dude.
internet, and
Which
that's
is
not.
awesome.
I wouldn't have done that on my own without all of this. So
That makes me so happy, man.
we just want to keep expanding it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it is. We're just gonna keep expanding and continue to keep helping people. Like, that's the main goal, and to making people happy. Like, seriously, that is my main goal, is to make people happy. I told Wes from the moment that we started doing this, I was like, if I can at least with each episode, if at least one person could listen to it and it somewhat puts a smile on their face and makes them feel a little bit better about their day, and like gives them at least a moment of like clarity and happiness, then like we did our job. Like, we did what we set out to do. If it's just one person, and now we have, what'd you say, like 100, 150?
Oh, well, I posted about that last night in one of the channels in our Discord. I forget which one. Probably the podcast channel. Is like on our audio platforms, between all of them, we now
Yeah.
have 150 like consistent listeners.
That's
just audio.
awesome, dude.
So every episode, there's about 150 people who are like, "Yeah, I'll download that."
that's what's up.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
and that's just in the 2 years that we've been doing it, and just by word of mouth and
Yeah,
like telling
seriously.
people. Like, we just started the Discord this year.
Yeah.
So, well, not this year, last year, but like
But like in the year,
it's 2021 now, and I keep forgetting.
In the year though,
Sandy's
like,
game is over.
Hasn't quite been. Oh, Sandy's game's over.
Yep.
Oh shit. Oh man, I didn't have her volume up. My
Sorry,
bad.
Sandy.
Sandy, we're here. Hold on,
Okay.
Sandy. So,
Just probably a little lag.
there is probably a little bit of lag, but hey, I have a marker, and Wes is going to use this marker in a second. But I just wanted to show you that we were actually going to sign this. This is going to be yours. This tapestry right here that we have up, it's going to be yours. So I'm going to go and sign it, and then Wes is going to sign it.
Okay.
My wife has already signed it. She's sick tonight. It doesn't feel well. So, yeah. Here we go.
Hell yeah. Use the marker for what? Ayo. Hey, fun fact. Sorry, Sandy. This has to be the fun fact that you watch the stream for. But that's one of the few items I've ever tried putting in my butt as a Sharpie.
really?
Yeah, it really is. Austin asked me if it really was off mic.
Here you go, bud.
Okay, am I signing it in the same spot?
You can sign it wherever you want to.
I
But
kind of don't want to like put it. I don't want to ruin the tapestry for her.
I
You
mean,
know?
put it somewhere down there.
Yeah.
Somewhere down there. Don't ruin the tapestry for her. Put it.
I can
Put it somewhere
draw.
down there.
I can draw. I can't write. That's the thing. Like, if you may, I never mind.
Yeah. No. I just wanted you. I wanted you to see that we're gonna sign this. So it's being signed by Wes right now.
I'm just gonna do my scribble that I always do.
I always, I signed it. So I will get in touch with you either maybe tonight or tomorrow and make sure that we can that I can send this to you because I want you to have this. You won the giveaway. I want you to have this. We signed it. It's got our signatures on it. Me, Wes, and my wife, who is normally a part of the podcast, but she didn't feel well tonight, so she wasn't a part of it.
It looks like it says welcome and then a smiley face.
Does it really?
I told you it's terrible.
Oh, no, that's fine. Mine looks like shit, too. Well, so I'm gonna take this down. This is gonna be yours. I'm gonna send it to you. Thank you. This is awesome. I'm glad that you,
It's super
Did you
cool that
like
we got to do this.
yeah, it was super awesome, man. I was, my heart was racing, dude.
I was
when I was
watching,
giving
yeah.
it away, dude. I was like, oh shit. I'm
Mine was too.
excited.
I was a Blue Skies pod in chat.
Sadly, man, we got to do something for General, bro. We got to do something for him.
Yeah.
He's been a big support and everything else, so I got to do something for him. But I'll figure something out.
Yeah. Got plenty of things we can figure out to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Teaser for next episode that we didn't get to talk about this episode. The Black Vaults, which is a project that I forget the name of the guy, but it's like a lifelong project of this guy and a team of people who are working with like the Freedom of Information Act and the government to declassify documents.
Yeah.
Part of the COVID stimulus deal that got passed, the second one, where we got $600 checks,
Yeah.
also included a little thing where it was like you also have to release every document you have about
Like
UFOs.
Yeah, I did know
Yeah.
about that. I did know about that.
So that got put up on the Black Vault project. Oh hell yeah, Apollo. On online, and it's like a 320 some megabyte file. It's a zip file of like I forget how many. I have it on my phone somewhere, but it's like hundreds and hundreds of PDFs. And I think it's 7,000 PDFs or something, or 700. I can't remember if it's 700 or 7,000. It doesn't matter. Point is, it's every fucking document that's like been scanned in from like 40s, 50s, 60s, 7, like just all these handwritten documents or
About UFOs.
about UFOs,
That they have
about
to. That
sightings,
the government has to release this shit.
emails.
They just threw that shit in there.
they just threw it, yeah, and some of it's like
Trump.
really.
Hold on, no. Let's be real here. Trump threw that shit in.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't think so. I think it was there's some people that really wanted this that were behind it that have been trying for years to get this to happen. And,
That's hot.
And recently,
That makes my dick hard, dude.
it
My dick
makes
is
my
like,
dick super hard too. I downloaded it,
Uh-huh.
and I've gone through some of the PDFs.
Yeah.
I've posted a few screenshots in a few places of like, look how fucking ridiculous. Because like some of the documents are really weird. Like there's one that I found that's literally just a list of events that happen globally on a certain day. Like it's just timestamps and then like this happened here, a golf event in Paraguay, and this is who won. And then an uprising in fucking Guatemala.
And somewhere in there is like UFO sighting here.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so you gotta fucking search through that shit.
So like
So they
the
made it.
PDFs have
They were
been
like,
made.
even if this PDF gets released, they're like, you gotta fucking search for this
You
shit.
gotta go through all of them, and like you can search a PDF. Like the people who work at the Black Vault Project have
This
made
is
it so
fucked.
like they're searchable. Like they've tried their best, and a lot of the scans are like really poor scans. To like you gotta zoom in, and sometimes like they're so bad that you have to have a computer read it because human eyes can't tell what it is. Like there's programs that'll be like, this is what this says because we can't figure it out. Algorithms. So, fuck, where was I? It's late in the episode. To search one of those PDFs, you have to like have a keyword. So like think of a keyword that you would want to find. Like, how would I figure out the government's been hiding information about UFOs?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, so it's super hard to dig through anything unless you know like certain events and you could type them in. Otherwise, you just got to read through like these multiple page PDFs one by one until you find something. Or just be like, I'm searching for pogo sticks, and every mention of pogo stick
Is in that.
yeah, it's a pain in the ass. But I downloaded it. I've gone through some of them. I'm gonna keep going through them, and for next episode, I'm gonna try to come up with a silly game because the mind blowing thing about them is that it contains stuff about UFOs and the government finally admitting that like we don't know what the fuck's going on and we haven't for years and we have these
No.
videos and sightings and like the
Of course they don't know what the fuck's going on. Nobody knows what the fuck's going on.
well they're
Like,
finally
anybody
admitting
that-
like it's a national
even the-
security threat at this point.
Nah, I don't know about all that.
No,
like,
but it is though. Like if we don't know what the fuck it is, like if it's another country, then we should probably figure out how they have this technology that's so far ahead of us. And if it's aliens, then like we don't know what the fuck they want, so we should probably try to figure it out. And they're finally getting to the point where they're like willing to admit that.
I mean, if it's aliens, bro, to be completely honest with you, if it's aliens, man, to be like 100% with you, if it's aliens that are like, hey, you know, we are reaching out or somewhat, they're observing us. Like, that's the main thing, is that they are observing us, okay? So if aliens are observing us, they want to observe us without giving us, like, full information, correct?
Well, yeah, okay, yeah.
Do you think? Do you think so? I mean,
They'd either-
I'm asking you correct as
They
in,
would
like,
either want to
that's
hide
a
it or they
question.
would either not care. Like, do we care that ants see us when we have a magnifying glass?
No.
No.
Do aliens? I think that yes, because they don't want to interact. They don't want us to necessarily know that like what that they don't want us to know that we know that they're watching us, because then we're gonna make certain decisions based off of that. Correct?
Yeah, maybe.
You
You're making
maybe?
a lot of assumptions.
I am making a lot of assumptions.
Yeah. It's assuming that like they would have some sort of intent, you know, like
You don't think that?
if they were so technologically advanced that it didn't matter if we knew they existed or not, then they would just like show themselves and not give a fuck, you know, like or maybe like they don't realize that we don't see them because they're so different than us. Like or that we can see them in any way. Like maybe there's like they don't understand us at all. Yeah, or you know they could be anything. That's where I get stuck with it. Like our idea of life is limited to what we have here on Earth, and life somewhere else that developed like with a different star, like not our sun, on some other planet could be literally anything.
If you're studying something though, you don't want to be a.
Well, maybe they're not studying us. Maybe they're here for something else. That's my thing. That's where I get stuck with it. Is like
I don't. But see, that's my thing, though. Is that
Yeah.
I think that they're studying us. If you are a civilization that believes that you're at a higher point than where we're at in our civilization, that you're studying us to see, like, how did my civilization or how did my species get to where I was? So you're looking at our species and society and civilization as like, how do I get to that point? You don't want to be a factor in that. You don't want them to know that you're watching them, but shit happens, like UFOs crashing,
yeah, maybe.
you know, and shit going bad because your technology might necessarily interfere with ours.
It's interesting.
That's
that you
like the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
you know, where like planes and ships and all this other shit like crash and burn and all this other shit in the Bermuda Triangle, when it really comes out to be like gases
Yeah.
that were released out of the Bermuda Triangle, like, and
Well, and
that's what
that's still-
fucked up, shit. But you're like, I don't want to be that factor, you don't want to be a factor. You want to study them from a distance. You don't want them to know that I'm studying you, but it still happens. And then you see that, so then you're like, how do they react to that? Okay,
Yeah.
it's already happened. It was an accident, but it happened. They were able to see it. So now, how do they react? Okay, well, now we are a factor already without us. It was accidental, but it happened. So now, how do we slowly kind of like move ourselves into that, How, like, what do we do to react a little bit more to see how they react? And what happens with their society? Oh my
Okay.
God! Now the government,
I kind of see
when
what
it
you're
when
saying.
it comes into a time of crisis, just slowly slip into that little where they're helping out their country. That they somehow slip into there that they need to release all the information. You see where I'm going with this?
Okay, so here's what's gonna blow your mind.
I would love, please, just.
Well, so for one, it's interesting to me that like you think that's the reason that the aliens would want to hide it is because that they're trying to figure out how their civilization got to where it was.
Yeah.
That's my theory for why we're a simulation, is that like it's to check all possibilities given a set of ingredients. So like if you could simulate an entire universe down to every particle and then run it with minor changes, you could see the differences that would happen. I think we're one of those. Beyond that though, the part that's going to blow your mind is that there was it was either Iranian or Saudi Arabian or like some Middle Eastern top. He was the head of the security agency for their space program. Came out and said, aliens totally exist. We've known about it for years.
Yeah.
The Saudi Arabian and or Iranian, one of the two, and the U.S. government has known about it for years. They're in a pact with them, and the only reason that they haven't told us yet is because people would lose their shit. He came out and said that.
Christians, literally.
He called it the Galactic Federation.
I mean, okay, maybe not just Christians. Let me be clear here. It would be a lot of different religions and people who are super religious who think that like God is like, the all being and everything. And there's no other life form out there. When like the government is literally like, hey, yo, you know about this shit. We know.
Well, they're
Like,
saying right now though is that they
that's
don't
where
know
I'm
what
like,
it is.
We don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, same thing.
And then you got a few
So-
people.
okay,
There's a
now
guy in
hold on.
Canada too.
Now let me fucking slice this
that was
shit.
in the Canadian government
Let
that
me
was saying.
let me slice this shit into religion though, where you don't actually know if this shit is real or not either. Like
Some random podcast vibes right here.
you don't know if that shit is actually real or not. Like these are just basically, for all you know, fucking stories that some motherfucker made up thousands of fucking years ago, and you believe in them.
Mhm.
And now, after necessarily you think that there's
you don't even have
because
to use Christianity.
no, I'm saying religion. I'm not saying
Or,
Christianity.
You
I'm
don't
just
even
saying
have to
religion
use like real
in general.
religion either. You could use like Scientology because like that dude clearly made that shit up. He was alive. There's pictures of him making it up.
And they're saying that there's no other life form out there.
Yeah.
It's just us. We're the only ones that exist like this. And now the government was like, hey, so we know that there's like other life forms out there, but like we're gonna keep it in this document.
Well, that's not what
like,
they're saying.
Kind of not, but like kind of really like giving it away that like like no, we know that it's the thing, but like we don't want y'all to like freak out about it. We just we don't want you to freak out. We just want you to be okay. So we're just gonna be like
Well, that's all that's all the government's ever wanted is everybody to be okay.
And, yeah. And so they're like, blah, 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 and then we just sit back and we don't do nothing about it. We're like, okay, yeah. The government has literally released statements saying that they know that life forms out there.
Well, okay, so it's not the government. It's a few people who used to be in the government and governments. Like there's the Canadian.
I don't know, man.
There's the ex-Canadian
I don't
space
know.
agency guy, and then there's the Iranian or Saudi Arabian or whatever one guy that came out very recently, like around all this happening. It was before those documents got released. This guy came out and said that like there's a galactic federation that's worried about scaring us, and that they've been in cahoots with the U.S. governments for years. I love the word cahoots.
But that makes sense, though. It makes total sense.
It does. That's
Because
my
when you
problem
look at
with
like
it.
the majority of people,
Is either that guy's crazy or he's right. Like,
okay? My question is, do you think that there were less people that believe in religion than there are that don't believe in religion? Like, do you think that people like us, who like me and you, are not?
there's more religious
religious
people than non-religious.
Okay,
people.
that's
an easy
okay.
question. To
All right,
answer.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's why they're scared. That's why they're scared to release and shit. Because it's going to fuck up religion. A shit ton. Because then.
I guess I could.
That's
it's a big reason. Yeah.
Because then at that point, evolution's real.
Well, it doesn't have to be just evolution. It just means like it makes too many questions possible,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no answers.
It's going to fucking
Yeah.
blow people's mind, dude.
Yeah.
But for people like us, where we're like, no, it could technically be possible. It's still going to bring up questions, but it's not going to blow our mind
I
either.
think that's part of why they.
We're gonna be
released
like,
it,
hey,
though.
Yeah.
There's like an acceptance
Yeah.
now. People are more willing to be like, well, there's a growing number of people who are like, well, obviously there's other life out there somewhere.
It has to be,
yeah.
dude. With all the fucking information that we have
Yeah.
now.
I think
it
once you
has to
start
be.
asking, like,
There's no fucking way that there's not, dude.
Yeah.
There is literally no fucking way with all the information that we've been given right now. To this point right now, while we are recording this, while we are talking about this,
I have them on my phone.
there is literally no fucking way that this shit is not real. Okay?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
No, I agree. It's just
And that there is not other life forms
once
out
you
there.
start asking the question more specifically, though, like when you take a poll of all people on the globe, like, hey, is there other life? Like maybe 45 to 50%, maybe even 60 to 75% of people will be like, of course. And then if you say, is there other life that's like close to us, then like maybe 35, 40% of people. And then if you say, is there other life?
Oh man, I think that there is. I'm a part of that 35 to 40%.
I've always said
That's
that my
like,
favorite show is The X-Files, and I want to believe.
There's life more closer to us than we think.
And there's places that we're not like sure about that are close to us, like some of Saturn and Jupiter's moons. There's Mars has been shown to have like water or frozen water at some point.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a possibility. We just don't know yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And how do we know that like our evolution is thousands of years, into the growing.
Oh, that's my
you know?
favorite question.
So like how do we know that like these other civilizations or these other species are not like in
I
the
forget what
beginning,
the paradox is called, but that's like the huge one of aliens is like if there were aliens out there, how come we don't have definitive proof of them yet? And one of the theories
we don't know
is,
where
like,
they're at.
One of the theories is that like we're either too early in the like galactic time or like the universal timeline
Yeah.
for them to have found us yet, or we're too late, or then there's
Exactly.
the other theory is that civilizations either die off before they can get to that point, or there's something about getting to like galactic space travel to where like you can travel to other galaxies that causes you like there's a point where your civilization just implodes. Like either somebody got there and started taking out all the other civilizations and that's why we don't see aliens, or you don't get past humanity. Like everything evolves to about us and then nukes themselves.
Which makes sense, bro.
Yeah.
Because we've been there. Like
Yeah.
we've been real fucking close to there. Like
Mhm.
I have to take a piss though.
Okay,
So
I'll hang out here.
if you can keep this going just for a second.
Yeah,
we'll
I'm
be
gonna look
right
up
fucking
like
back.
what that's called,
Okay.
or I'll just ramble about another theory that's vaguely related to it. So another theory would be that if there were advanced alien civilizations, they wouldn't send like flesh bag bodies to go investigate Earth. So like the idea of gray aliens, like the ones that you see in movies and drawings and shit, is those aren't actual like biological beings. Those are either like androids or some sort of merging between bio and mechanical drones that they would send. And if civilization were able to evolve to a point where they could take over a galaxy, they would be able to they would have enough resources to make self-replicating technology. So like they would send out drones that could visit planets, harvest the resources there, build more of themselves, continue to send out drones, and then slowly take over an entire galaxy that way. So there's like different levels of civilizations that have been theorized, and humanity's not even at like a level 1 of the 3 through, I think it's either 3 or 4 levels that the UFO community and people who think about life beyond us have theorized there would be. And the ultimate level is either 3 or 4 of like being able to harness all of the resources in your galaxy or universe, or like of your home star or your home planet's star. So building like some sort of thing that would harvest all of the energy from a star so that you have limitless energy. Hey, you're back from peeing. I got real nerdy.
No, it's okay. That's what we want you to do.
So, but if we would see that type of civilization in the universe, there was a news story that I read recently where they were like, either a black hole vanished or we just watched an alien civilization build a Dyson sphere, which is what I was describing, where they would build some sort of structure to harvest all of the energy of a star. Or if we're going super sci-fi,
Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about Dyson sphere.
yeah, if we're going super sci-fi, they could harvest the energy of the radiation that a black hole gives off. So like the outer disk of a black hole isn't like the part of a black hole that you see isn't the black hole. It's the radiation and the event horizon, like escaping the black hole. It's the part of the black hole where like any further past that and you're in it.
Yeah.
If they could build a Dyson sphere to harness that mass and energy, which I don't even know theoretically, like if anybody's been like, if this is possible. I don't know if we have the science or physics or math for that
Yeah.
yet. But one of the largest black holes in our like seeable area, I forget if it was at the center of our galaxy or a neighboring galaxy, like the Andromeda or something like that. One of the largest ones that we're able to see fucking vanished. So like there was a theory, like we're not even sure that black holes like are truly what we think they are, but we're pretty sure they are, and there was supposed to be one there, and we could see like the signs that it was there, and it's just gone, and we have no explanation for it. So they're trying to figure out where the fuck it went. And my theory was like, well, instead of building a Dyson sphere around a star, like some fucking super badass aliens took over a black hole, and now they're just gonna destroy everything.
That would, I mean, honestly, that would make sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm out of my
I
mind.
just-
but
I-
let's let the
no,
scientists
I-
do the science,
I-
but it makes sense to me.
Nothing is impossible.
Yeah.
I'm looking at more things that are like improbable at
Yeah.
this point, you know, and I look at that more like with my personal life, you know, when I try and think about like things like what's probable and what's impossible, you know, and to me, at this point, there's nothing that's impossible.
Yeah.
Look at how far civilization in our own society and civilization. Look at how far things have come. You know, how impossible do you think we can get? You know, like
What's that one quote where like any sufficiently advanced technology will seem magic to people, and then I forget the exact quote, but like if you brought like
a caveman to society now,
yeah,
that dude would fucking kill himself.
we're wizards
immediately.
Yeah,
That dude would kill
show
himself.
somebody back in the
immediately.
1920s an iPhone.
And they would freak they wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You know what they would do? They would grind cheese with it or something. Dude. Like that's what they would do. Okay.
Wait, what?
That's not exact, but I'm just. I know. Exactly though, but that's what I'm saying, dude. They wouldn't know what the fuck to do with it. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So, with how far we've come, nothing is impossible.
Yeah.
But let's look at where our society is at the moment. So what's probable? You know what is probable for us to be able to do right now? Renewable energy is one of them. Like we have a probability of getting to a point of being able to harness the energy that's around us to be able to
I gotta look up what that scale's called.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Get to a point where we live off of renewable energy when we're talking about the sun and the water that we have on the planet, and being able to harness that energy
In a way that's like our technology is able to harness. Like
you're right.
Yeah.
Or nuclear
Bye,
energy
mangoes.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, we did say we were gonna pay attention to chat.
Oh, it's okay. I've been watching to wait if anybody said bye, basically. Like,
I'm gonna head out. It's like 12 a.m. for me. I had a good time listening to y'all's stories. I hope y'all also had fun time as well. Good night. Oh, I love you. Have a good night. Have a beautiful time.
but yeah, I mean, right now, like on the scale of what
What could
There-
we probably do?
Kardashev scale. God, I couldn't remember.
Kardashev. Okay. Yeah.
So in the Kardashev scale, this is it's a method of measuring civilizations' levels of technological advancement based on the energy they're able to use.
Yeah.
The measure was proposed by a Soviet astronomer, Nikolai Kardashev, back in 1964. There's 3 categories.
Okay.
I couldn't remember if it was 3 or 4. Type 1 is a planetary civilization, and it can use and store all of the energy available on its planet, which we're not at yet.
No.
We're
No.
wasting a shitload of energy. We would
Yeah.
have to be at energy neutral for us to be
Yeah. That.
yeah. Type 2 civilization is a stellar civilization and can control the energy at the scale of its planetary solar. So that would be aliens taking control of their system star and building a Dyson sphere around it.
Yeah.
Type-
Like us building a Dyson sphere around the sun.
Yeah, could
And
you
then being able
imagine
to
what that
control-
would take?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
No.
Do we have the
No.
resources on the planet to even do
No.
that? Exactly.
No. I can't imagine that. I really can't.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking like Star Wars, like Death Star. Fucking,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
type shit. You're
Yeah.
like, no, I don't know how to build another planet, dude. I can't see our planet having enough resources or to even being able to travel to other planets to get those resources to be able to build another thing that's the size of another planet or the size of the sun, my dude, and
Yeah.
being able to harness it. No.
Well, and if you
in
think
our
about it-
lifetime,
Right.
No,
Exactly.
no.
And if you
No,
think
no,
about
no.
it, they're just big burning balls of resources. Like they're chemicals, like that are just outputting energy. When you think about what a star is, so like
Yeah.
if you can control that, then that's a shitload of fucking energy to be able to like
If we
ha-
could, if we could
to have the
closely-
resources to have that kind of energy and then move on past that is
Yeah.
like, yeah.
If we could harness the energy of the sun from that close of a distance, I mean, hey, that is just unthinkable.
Yeah.
I mean, for us, like,
sure.
And the technology that we have now, that shit is just fucking mind blowing.
There's a great stuff you should know episode about Dyson
Oh.
spheres. Yeah. How stuff
I
works.
should watch that. Seriously,
Yeah.
I send me the link at some point. If
Okay.
you have a chance.
I will.
Please do.
So that's type 2.
Okay.
Third-
Oh God, there's another. Wait, hold on. There's another step past this that we are never gonna get
Yeah. So
if
this
we keep going the way that we are in our society and the things that we are. The way that things are, we're never gonna get to type 2. To be honest with you.
I will be something else by then. If
Oh,
we
yeah.
make it, if like we'll be long have changed into something beyond what we are now. A type 3 civilization is also called a galactic civ.
Yeah.
It can control all the energy at the scale of its entire host galaxy. So not just the planets in the star system that they're in, it's the
whole
entire
galaxy,
So
though.
if you have control of the entire Milky Way, which theoretically there's the black hole at the center of the Milky Way that everything's being rotated around as the center of gravity and mass for how the galaxy formed.
Yeah.
And they think that's how galaxies form in general. They form around some giant ball of mass that everything would have to collectively, gases and
As
matter
far as
would-
they know.
Yeah, as far as they know. And we're not even sure what a black hole really is. So like for right now, that's the theory.
Yeah.
But to have full control of the entire Milky Way, and like the things that we're in one spiral arm in like the outside, like backwoods part of our galaxy.
Yeah.
And when you look up in the sky in like certain places, you can see like the arm over that we're like in. Like that's what that patch of brightness streaking through the middle of the sky is. That's the arm that we're a part of. To be able to have like all of that shit under your control energy wise, like you harness all of that.
That's honestly, for us, that's unthinkable.
Yeah, it's
It's
beyond level 2 was unthinkable.
that seems
level 1 is like
impossible.
we're struggling to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Level 1 is we're still. It's a huge thing with society, though.
Yeah.
To even reach level 1, it's a huge thing with society and money. I think for sure.
It's interest involved, which is always tied to money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which to me sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks that that's where like our society kind of like went to, you know, and that that's what controls our society now, and it makes things a lot more difficult to even get to level 1 because everybody's always looking at it from like a money standpoint. And let's be
Instead of
real
long
here,
term.
like we kind of look at it the same way, like you know,
Take it day by day
I spent
instead of thinking long term.
a lot of my own money of and a lot of other people's earned money in order for us to even start this podcast.
Yeah.
It was people working their butts off to be able to get the money and then being like, hey, I can give this to you. And then me asking for that, being like, hey, you know, I want to start a podcast. And they were like, yeah, sure, I'll support that. So they give me their earned money
Yeah.
in order for us to be able to like start this, you know, and then so
Now we're drinking and talking about aliens.
yeah, exactly. So maybe we fucked that up, maybe not.
No, we're doing great.
Maybe we're doing great.
doing great.
I mean, we're doing great. Okay, but my whole point is that like you know we had to take what we had to be able to even start this. You know,
Yeah.
where in a society that we wouldn't maybe necessarily agree with is like, you know, we could be able to work a 40-hour work week, you know, and be able to contribute to society, but then also be able to live comfortably and also be able to do something like this on our own. Like, how crazy would it have been where it was like I can spend $600 on the equipment that everything that we have right here, right now, to be able to buy like what we needed, but then also be able, like, in a paycheck
Yeah.
or a couple paychecks, you know? If I really had to save, if we really had to save up, you know, even right now, to be able to buy all of this shit without asking like birthday money and like Christmas money to be able to buy all of this equipment, it would take us a couple months.
Yeah, it would.
You
Between
know?
the two of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
between the two of us,
Mhm.
it would take us a couple months, you know? And we had a lot of help and we have a lot of family between the two of us to be able to buy all of this stuff. Like when we
Yeah.
asked like for birthday money and Christmas money. So it's like, what does that society look like? How do we get to that
Well,
point?
yeah,
you
that's
know?
kind of where I'm stuck at. Like, if we can't even agree on renewable energies, and like, I know Trump is out now, the inauguration happened, and all that. We didn't even talk about any of that.
We can't even agree on renewable energy.
Or like,
Why is it that the government is not like, hey, no.
well, the good
We
thing
should
is,
go towards this. This should be what the fuck we do.
He signed.
That blows my fucking mind in the first place. I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck who's fucking president.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
'cause
back in the Paris climate, or at least they're trying to work on getting us back in the climate accord. and
Because
shit
we're
like
talking
that.
about like the whole government
Yeah.
in general, dude. It's not just the president. I mean, we're talking about the whole government.
Yeah.
Like, both sides.
Well, that's what I was
Regardless of
gonna
who you
say.
are, you don't look at what the fuck's going on right now and then be like, hey, renewable energy compared to fossil fuels, which is not renewable energy, it's going to run out at some point. And you're not like, hey, we should fucking invest in this. Blows my fucking mind all over the fucking walls where I'm like, what the fuck's going on right
People
now?
call it a conspiracy until it's not. That's the thing.
You,
is like
how is it not now when like literally
People say that-
scientists are being like, hey, we got maybe 5 years to like fully figure this shit out, and then after that, all shit's gonna go to hell. The world's gonna fucking end.
Yeah.
You're gonna be fucking screwed at that point. Like if we don't fucking fit, what more of a fucking conspiracy can I give you for you to fucking figure this shit out? I don't understand. I don't get it.
people think that peak oil is a thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
Picoyo is a thing.
That's what I mean when I say that it's like a conspiracy until it's not. And some conspiracies are real, but the problem with like making everything a two sides thing is that like you give credence to bullshit when you give everything two sides, because sometimes there's not two sides, or at least there's not two clear sides to everything. So like
That's politics right there.
Yeah.
That is literally politics. Where there's not two clear sides to everything, but society and the mainstream media makes it out to be that thing. I literally talked about my dad and his girlfriend to that the other day, where I'm like, that's what sucks about talking to politics to other people, is because either like if I were to agree with you or disagree with you on a certain situation, you automatically think that I am all the way this way or all the way that way.
and that it means you believe in A, B, C, D, and E. just
Exactly.
because of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then when you actually sit down and we have these conversations, you realize that I'm not that way. It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah. Well, I where I was going with that is that like, fuck, I hate losing my point.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I interrupt that shit too. I'm so sorry.
It's
I
how
get
would
heated.
how would we get to a point if we can't even agree on renewable energy, or like the like okay, so I remember the point. Is that's what I was talking about with QAnon before earlier. Like the QAnon people thought like Trump was this savior that was gonna like come and this 4-year presidency, and like the election got stolen from him. He was supposed to get this next 4 years.
Yeah.
And the inauguration, like this was the final, like it's a conspiracy till it's not a conspiracy anymore. And the inauguration happens, and it's like at midnight. They're like, okay, they're going to swoop in and arrest all these fucking child raping Democratic pedophiles and take them away to jail, and everything's going to be great, and we're going to get the America that we always dreamed of back. And it doesn't happen. And then they're like, on the forums online, they're like, oh, it'll happen at noon. And then it doesn't happen. And then at the top post on these QAnon forums is guys ? Like the people are realizing that they were sold a lie for 4 years.
I think it's hilarious that, like, people on the Republican side are like, oh, the Democrats have, like, pedophiles and blah, 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 blah. And then the Democrats on their side are like, oh, the Republicans have fucking pedophiles and blah, blah, blah. It's all fucking happening all over the whole entire spectrum. Y'all don't fucking realize
It's a big old
shit.
sham.
Y'all don't realize this
Yeah.
shit. Like, you're fucking dumb. I'm sorry, but you're dumb. You don't realize this shit. It's dumb. It's
And that's where we're stuck at, though. And it's not. It's more than politics. It's things that shouldn't even be political, like global warming or climate change. Like even just calling it global warming, I just incensed a bunch of people. People are like, "It's not that anymore. It's climate change." It's the whole things that shouldn't be issues where you can take a sports team like side of like I'm rooting
That's
for
what
this.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, and that's the whole thing that I go back into politics, where it's like left and right, where you make it like a sports team kind of fucking politics shit. You know, where you're either on one
Oh,
side.
you're
or
a
the-
Steelers fan?
Oh.
Then fuck you and your
my
whole
God.
family.
You're a Bengals fan? Well, then fuck you and your entire family.
Yeah.
Like, your family's wrong. No, the Steelers are the fucking shit, or the Bengals are the fucking No!
Mm-hmm.
No! Stop!
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And inside
there's so
those-
much of a spectrum of what people believe in when it comes to politics that you forcing people to either be Democratic or Republican
Yeah.
is fucking dumb. to
Inside
me.
those teams, like the Bengals and the Steelers, there's like great and terrible people too. Like somebody on one of
Yeah.
those teams raped somebody, and somebody's like a great member of the community who donates and gives back and walks around
Right.
across the street.
Exactly.
It's the
The
same
spectrum.
thing. It's the same
The
thing.
spectrum.
Yeah.
But then no. But then people base it off of where they live.
Yeah.
Because I've heard this shit too, where it's like, if you don't at least have like if you live in Ohio, then like, you gotta be for Ohio State. You at least have to have something in your home that's like Ohio State.
The ever
you
so
know?
hated Michigan fan that lives in Ohio.
It's like I've told people, I'm like, okay, yes, if I go to somebody's house and we're watching football, I'm gonna root for Ohio State
Yeah.
because I live in Ohio State. I live in that state.
It's fun.
That's where I live. I'm gonna support that team.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I get that, but I don't follow it. And they're like, wait, you don't watch football? You're a communist.
You're a communist.
You're a fucking weird. Are you American?
Yeah.
You don't watch football? Are you sure that you're an American? Are you not Russian? Are you a communist
Let me
right now?
guess, you hate cheese too.
You know what? I'm not a big fan of cheese either. I must be a full-blown communist right now, okay? I don't believe in the American dream at all. Hell yeah, brother.
Next, you're gonna tell me you like. Never mind.
No, yes.
No, there's gonna be a bad joke. You're right.
I hate it.
The thing with sports though is that it's inconsequential. But when you take things that actually affect people's lives, like daily, or just down to like the way money moves around in the world, and talk about it like it's a sidesism thing,
You don't think that sports affects people's lives?
it's inconsequential at the end of the day.
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, but you don't understand how real it is, though.
Sports.
No, you don't understand how real it
Alright.
is. Name it. That sports affects people's lives.
I'm
bro.
sure the people who play and
No.
Are you talking about the people watching at home?
Yes.
Yeah.
That affects their mood for that day.
Okay, you're
That
being
affects. No, I'm not being. I'm being what? Go ahead.
You're
Tell me.
zeroing in and magnifying an issue that I was talking kind of generally about as a metaphor to explain the way that politics and social issues get talked about.
But I think
now.
that like even with football and shit like that, that it affects.
Well, that's why I
people's
used it
lives.
as a metaphor.
Where if your team doesn't win, then you have a shitty day that day or that night.
But you
And
should.
that means you beat your wife.
If you beat your wife because your team lost,
Or-
you're the problem, not the
How
team.
many times have we seen like Ohio State lost and riots happen, or Ohio State won and riots happen?
Well, that's.
You see
I'm
what
not saying
and then
that.
that affects the economy. It
I
affects
wasn't
it-
saying that sports don't affect things. I was saying that at the end of the day, metaphorically compared to politics
Oh,
and
yeah,
social
okay,
issues,
all right,
that they are
okay,
inconsequential to the
okay.
way that like these issues get talked about the way that sports
Yeah,
get talked about, but they
yeah.
actually mean life or death for some people.
Yeah, but then again,
So to
but
sports.
this is
Yeah,
my
fuck
thing
you.
though. But this is my thing though. But hold on, no. Let's say like a politician is an Ohio State fan.
Yeah.
The team loses and they're like, I'm fucking in a shitty mood, so they do some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Does that not affect? Is it inconsequential at that point?
Maybe inconsequential is the wrong word, but in the way that I was trying to explain the larger issue at hand, you're
But I'm talking about people actually caring about sports and that affecting their mood and then affecting their judgment.
Yeah.
When it comes to even politics.
That
And
was the
even
metaphor.
even
That was the metaphor.
politicians think, okay, but I am going across your metaphor and being like, okay, well, if like, let's say
Colin Kaepernick shouldn't take a knee.
if there is a no, he should have taken the knee. No, I'm saying if there's a politician who's like, oh man, in my personal life, I really agree with the Steelers.
Yeah.
I really like the Steelers, Let's say that the Steelers lose. That day, he has a shitty fucking day. Some Bill comes up to him. He's like, I'm in a shitty fucking mood. Fuck know this, Bill. Even though I know it's right for the people, the Steelers lost. I'm in a shitty mood. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not even going to look at this, Bill. Fuck this shit.
I really
No,
hope-
I'm going to vote no on this. Blah, 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 blah.
I wonder how often that really happens.
I wonder, too. That's what I'm saying.
Where they're just in a bad mood and they're like, fuck those people.
Fuck this bill. I'm just saying, like, I'm just wondering how often that happens, because I've been called a communist, a weirdo, and non-American for not liking football.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like football
So,
either.
so I'm just wondering how many politicians are into football that also feel the same way when it comes to me. We're like, you don't like football? You are a communist, you're a weirdo, and you're un-American. And so, like, they get mad when their team loses and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, all these people who want.
Now, don't get me wrong. Look,
all these people who want
no,
right.
No, now look. I got a Ohio State blanket from one of my family members over Christmas, okay? And I was like, oh, yeah, cool, thanks. Thank you so much, Ohio State blanket, whatever. Then I unraveled the blanket, and I felt the inside of it, and it was super fucking comfy. And I was like, oh, my God. No, this is like a legit blanket. And then I slept with that blanket. I, like, had it. And, like, my wife keeps the house fucking cold as shit, okay?
Yeah.
She has a fan on the whole time, like, while she sleeps and shit. I was sweating in the blanket, okay? I was fucking sweating, okay? I was like, holy shit.
That's
I gotta,
a warm
like,
blanket, bro.
I gotta, like, stick a leg out, to be comfortable. And I was like,
Stick a leg
that's full comfortableness right there is where you gotta, like, stick your leg out. At least one leg, and have it over the blanket, and have the rest of your body closed. You're like, you're getting both sides of it. It's like it's cold outside, but it's warm inside, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm right in the fucking middle of that shit, dude.
Yeah.
I love the blanket now, man. I love it. It might be an Ohio. It could have been anything.
But just because it
that
has
blanket could be. It's over there. It is.
I see the red
No,
and gray.
no, I'm
I
gonna
see
get
the
it for
scarlet
you.
and gray.
No,
I
no,
see
I'm
the
gonna-
scarlet and
no,
gray.
No, hold on.
All right, go get the fucking blanket. I think we've made a lot of points here, and maybe lost a few of them as well. Oh. Hold me. Oh.
It's comfortable as fuck.
That's so soft.
I told you.
It's so soft.
Now, the only part that I saw of it when I got it was this.
Yeah.
though. Like, I saw this and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then when I unraveled it, I saw this.
Yeah, it's got
Okay.
the plush on the other side.
My whole point.
So that politics is like
My whole
that
point
blanket.
with that, okay, is that, like, when I first got it, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So now I say blanket. Like, cool. Whatever. Okay. Not, like, they know I don't like football. That I don't follow football. I've talked to them enough to, like, tell them that I don't follow football.
Yeah, I had one grandma that used to buy me Broncos
You're not
t-shirts
getting
all
me
the
an
time.
Ohio State, like, blanket for, like, any legit reason other than the fact of, like, you like Ohio State.
And you
and so-
wanted to give me something.
And, yeah. So, like, that's what you got me for. But, like,
Yeah.
it turned out to be, like, an amazing fucking blanket. And I was like, oh, my God,
something.
But I
Climate
relate.
change.
I relate that shit and that spectrum
Yeah.
of things to like politics and shit, And
I think I kind of see what you're saying there.
Okay, thank you. Finally,
wasn't
we're
something
coming
that you're-
around full circle.
that you're not necessarily into, and that you'll appease people if they're into it, but you like it for completely separate reasons that maybe that wasn't intended.
yeah, exactly.
That was a long way around.
They're not in it for the perspective though.
Yeah.
They don't understand the perspective, but I do.
I often feel that way where when I'm trying to explain a topic to somebody that I'm saying things that makes complete sense to me, but that they do not understand at all, or that they're going to completely miss the point of, and that I've wasted my time. And yeah. So I try to find people who like are willing to talk about that type of thing with me.
Yeah.
Because for the most part, it's like we're just not gonna.
If there's one person that I want to talk to religion about, there's a dude that I used to work with,
Yeah.
and he'll even send me like Bible quotes and shit, and like I'll get into it with him and be like, oh yeah, I get that, but like take the God part out, and he's like, no, take the God part out. He's like, go ahead. No, yeah, like I want you to see the moral of like the quote that I'm saying.
God, that's so refreshing when people don't just like blindly stand their ground. They're like, no, I've thought about this. Yeah.
That's why I'm sending it to you.
Yeah.
He's like, I want you to think, like, put yourself into that.
That's
Put
what I'm
yourself-
missing in people.
Don't think about God, when you read this. He's like,
Yeah.
put yourself into this. And I'm like, No, go ahead. Send me more of these.
Yeah.
Actually, like I'm like I love this dude, man.
Even if I
really
disagree
like,
with somebody, that's
dude-
really what I'm missing in people nowadays.
Yes,
Yeah.
that dude that I like. I love him, man. He's
Mhm.
never gonna see this episode, but like, I would be so happy to keep him in my life for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
To be completely honest with you, like I met him through work, and I love the conversations that we have. Don't necessarily agree with him on everything that he thinks about, but I am the conversations that we have and like how he is accepting of also how I feel
Yeah.
and knowing that, and then also being able to like, I'm gonna send you Bible quotes, and I'm gonna send you Bible readings and shit like that. Knowing that you're gonna look at it from the sense of like you take it as like this is what you take for yourself. It's not what you take as in believing in God.
Yeah.
Like I should just be this way because I'm a human being, and I should like have respect and I should have morals. Not as in like kind of the way that he thinks about it, where he's like, well, God has this plan for me, and so like that's why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Because God has that plan. He's like, I understand that you believe this certain way, so like I'm still gonna send these to you, but like he's also like, think of it as yourself. Don't think of it as God. And I'm like, yes, then please do. And he respects that. And I love that about him. I really fucking do. This is also a dude who is in his 50s, I want to say. And for the past like 20 years has been out of prison 4 times for doing drugs and shit.
Yeah.
And the last time he was in prison for 4 years. And that was the time where he, was like, I'm going to get my shit together. I'm going to start believing in God and, start believing in the Bible and all that other shit. So, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Like,
Yeah.
didn't live the best fucking life. But, so, to me, that speaks a lot, though.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, okay, well, if you're going to just all of a sudden start believing in God and that, God, has guided your life this whole time and you're just now noticing it, and I'm like, it's not necessarily God.
Yeah. That's
You decided to get your life together because of you. It's not because of some.
because you fucked up hard enough that you need. Some people
And
need something to.
I get that. That's what
Yeah,
I told him too.
yeah.
I was like, I get that. I understand that you kind of needed something to believe in, but the only person that was actually really gonna get you to get your shit together was you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you believe. You could have believed in a fucking football team. Like, you know what? The Steelers are doing really good this year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my life together because of them.
Well, some people have like lucky shoelaces and shit like it. That's for some
Yeah.
people that's all they need. Those two kinds of people that you described, don't mind that at all. That's
No,
I don't have a problem with
Mm-mm.
people who are willing to have the conversation, and like I don't mind. I enjoy disagreeing with people. It's not the disagreeing part that I'm like that's not the part that makes me upset about the way things get talked about now. It's that the disagreement causes entire shutdowns and like
Yeah.
and now I can't talk to you about anything, and now you're a terrible person.
No, because
And
seriously,
if we can just have the type of religious person that drives me nuts is the one that I don't talk to anymore, that I used to have in my phone, and his name was Bible Banger in my phone, and it was just a guy who like I would have debates with at Barnes and Noble when he was there. Like I'd meet him there and we'd talk religion, and we would just argue back and forth.
like
I would,
actually argue. It wasn't like a
He went to, like-
discussion as me and my grandma would talk about.
Exactly. He went to Bible school, and I was a staunch atheist.
Yeah.
This is back in like senior year of high school, and we would just have like heated arguments, and he would just continue to state his beliefs and not give any ground at all. Like,
Oh yeah.
and I would continue to
Oh.
state mine and be like, this is how I feel, and not give any ground. And what I've learned from those days is like to allow like that perspective. Like I see where you're coming from, and that's where I'll start to be able to like come to the middle ground and start
Right.
to understand each other. But the people who don't allow that and just stop at the like, here's my beliefs, fuck you if you don't believe me,
Yeah.
then I
No,
can't talk to you.
I'm not even gonna
Yeah.
waste my time.
Yeah.
No, there's no point.
I don't
Yeah.
mind the two types that you described. It's the third kind of like,
Yeah.
I just believe this blindly, and
No,
I have no
I've
room
had
for
that.
you. I
I've had
hate
that in my life too,
Yeah.
man. I've had that in my life. I'm not gonna say his last name, but I'll say his first name, Alec. That dude was a full-on Bible thumper, and
Yeah.
he's happy with his life, and he's got a wife and everything, and full-on live your life, my dude.
Yeah.
But nope, he was even mad that I told him that I didn't believe in God, and
I have a few people that I've met like that. Yeah.
yeah, smashed the bowl that we had that we were smoking weed out of
Ooh.
together.
Oh, you've told me this before. Yeah.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, I've been like
So, you know what?
chased out of my like downstairs by like people knocking at my door, like evangelizing, because I'll start like arguing with Mormons or whatever, and then they'll like follow me to the car as I'm like, you're stop, like, because I'll tell them I don't believe in God, and then
I think of the one time, and it's probably the last time that I'll ever have a Mormon knock on my door, was the last place that we lived in.
yeah,
And I had Mormons knock on my door, and I answered with that white banana shirt that I have,
yeah,
but it was open.
from yesterday's stream,
Yes.
yeah,
And for people that don't know, I have a tattoo on my chest.
yeah. Oh, I know this story.
I have tattoos on my arms.
I know the story.
So I answered the door, and the dude looked at me. I had my shirt was open, so you could clearly see my chest and my stomach. And see the tattoos, and I didn't have all the tattoos that I have now. I didn't have this tattoo. I didn't have this one on my arm. All I had was this one, but you could see the one on my arm and the one on my chest. I had it open. I had shorts on. I have a tattoo on my leg also. But I answer the door to this Jehovah's Witness, and he looks me up and down and then goes, "So do you know your neighbors?"
Yeah.
Like that's literally
Yeah.
the first thing he said to me. It was like, "So do you know your
You're gonna
neighbors?"
love the up and down.
It was, I'm telling you, bro. It was. "So do you know your neighbors?" And I was like, "Nope." And he was like, "Oh, okay. Well, you have a good day." I was like, "Yeah, you too." And then closed the door.
Yeah.
He looked me up and down, went, "Nah."
Yeah.
He was like, "Nah, this dude's not coming to our side, bro. It ain't gonna happen."
I always get surprised when they like dig with me, but like they dig with me. And in my normal life, like at gas stations or like when I open the door for like
Get some tattoos on your arms
No,
and
no,
shit.
well,
on your forearm.
I do, but
But you cover them up a lot.
I like to wear
You were
sleeves.
wearing a long sleeve right now.
yeah,
so, like,
exactly. But I've got the
Nah,
I've got
get more.
tats,
Nah,
and I've got one
get a
over
tattoo
here.
on your face, dude.
Okay, I'll go full Post Malone, but
Yeah.
fuck you. Fuck you.
He said,
In my normal life, like I get the up and down look all the time because like
"Oh yeah."
especially if people talk to me for a second because I'm like way nicer than you expect me to be, and then
I'm so lucky that coronavirus is a thing because people can't see my snake bites. Bro.
yeah,
Seriously, because it's such a thing that you get judged.
covering my
from
mouth
the
has
get-
been a blessing. Like covering my mouth and my beard and stuff makes me look nicer, and like,
I
but
don't think so.
I do with the mask, and like I get less like people.
Really?
When people can't see like your mouth moving when you're talking, it takes away something that just like is normally there that adds an extra layer to the conversation. It's a shield for me. But my point though is that in my daily life, like if somebody knocks on my door and it's like some dude that's doing some door-to-door scam, I'll get the up and down look at the door. But if it's a Jehovah's Witness or something like that, they just like full on dig into me and won't let me go. And I'm like, no,
Really?
you're talking to the wrong agnostic person. Like I was Christian for a very long time.
Do you
I
have the
fully
long
believed
sleeves
it.
on at that point, though? Is my
No,
question.
my thing is just the way I look. So like
Because I think that the only reason that
it was probably the tattoos.
I had that one
That's a big
experience with
no-no.
him was I had it was like basically
Yeah.
like this shirt, a short sleeve button up shirt, but open
You're showing a lot of skin.
with shorts on,
yeah.
and like I had like what would they say, shin high socks on.
Yeah. Thigh
And,
high
like,
nylons.
Yeah,
But not
and
quite thigh high.
Yeah, I opened the door like that. You see my tattoos you're immediately like, nah,
Yeah.
nah. So I automatically gave that to him. You answering the door with like probably a sweatshirt on or long sleeves. Like, I don't see you wearing a lot of like button up shirts like what I got on. Short sleeve button up shirts that I got on now. I don't know.
It
Am I
depends.
wrong? Am I wrong?
I'm normally
Or
wearing
a
a short
t-shirt?
sleeves at home. I'm wearing a t-shirt, and
A
I've got the
t-shirt?
tat
Yeah.
here, and then I've got the tat in my arm.
Can you see the tat with your short sleeve?
Yeah, it sticks out a little bit.
It does?
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
I think you're probably right that it's just the tats has something to do.
I think that I'm saying that it was because of the way that I answered the door. Though.
Yeah.
Like, cause I answered the door with me already looking like in their eyes a degenerate.
Yeah.
You know, I was looking like a fucking like.
It's funny though
You
that,
take
that
one look at me
you
the
would
way
look-
that I was looking, and they're like, "Nah, this motherfucker isn't gonna take anything that I gotta say."
where I
to
was
heart."
going with that though is it's funny that like they look at you as somebody who like I'm not even gonna try with that when like if they truly believed in their goal then like wouldn't that be the person who needs God?
Yeah.
And they look at
Yeah.
me and I've
Yeah,
got
but in their eyes, even with me having tattoos, I wouldn't be accepted.
well then fuck them anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with me having tattoos, it's already an automatic no.
That's Banana Cult doesn't discriminate.
No, we don't.
You got tattoos
No.
or not, we don't care.
No.
Yeah.
No, and see, that's the thing, too.
Hey.
What?
Kayla's here.
Hey! No, Caitlin.
Caitlin.
It's not
Although she
Caitlin.
calls herself Kayla sometimes.
No, she doesn't. I've never once heard her call herself Kayla.
I swear to God on one of her social
No.
medias it says Kayla.
I've never seen that not once.
Okay.
Never seen that not
I'm
once.
just bad with names. Leave
It's
me
Caitlin.
alone.
It's Austin and Wes. Yeah, we're doing a podcast episode. What's up, Caitlin?
Kate. That's what it is.
Kate, yeah.
There we go.
You're gonna get me in trouble.
Why?
Nothing.
You
Wait,
said it.
not
You could
gonna-
have just not said anything.
You're right. I couldn't
Yeah.
have. No. But no. Seriously, I think that one instance was like he just the way that I answered the door
Yeah.
and like the way that I spoke to him. He was like, "I'm not even gonna try."
Yeah.
And also like this
Isn't
dude's
that how everybody answers the door with them though?
and like isn't it with like Jehovah's Witness that like you can't have tattoos?
I don't.
Like same thing with like Judaism, where like you can't have tattoos, or else you're not gonna be buried. You know, and like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like it's almost like the same thing where you have to be like completely pure, or like you're not gonna be.
I would be speaking a little out of turn if I said yay or nay, but I think so.
No, I'm almost
Yeah,
positive.
yeah.
I'm almost positive. It's like the same thing. You can't have tattoos if you're gonna be buried in like.
well, then why do they keep
Jehovah's
bugging me when
Witness
they
or-
knock on my door?
you don't have as much prominent, I think,
Yeah.
or you're wearing the certain type of clothes that cover those things up.
Yeah. The
Where-
one instance that I brought up though, I was like holding the kids in my arms, and then I
Yeah.
had a skateboard. I had my skateboard clipped like against me, holding Ollie in one arm, and I had Avi, and I had a beer like a tall boy underneath her
yeah.
in the other arm.
Oh yeah,
And
no, no, no,
I'm walking
no.
out the.
The dude looked at you and was like,
He chased me down the stairs.
"You need help, my dude." It's like, hey, no.
It wasn't open. It was a closed tall boy, but
don't
it was just
don't
like, I
go
got
to
two
beer, okay? Go to whatever Jehovah's Witness believes in. I don't know what that is.
They believe in Jehovah.
It's what was that guy's name?
Fuck South Park. That's the good question. I used to know John
Me too.
something. John Smith.
I want to say that that's what it is, but we could be totally wrong, man.
John Doe.
Could be totally right.
No, I used to. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I've been drinking. Don't ask me questions.
It is 1 o'clock in the morning.
We need to end
we,
this.
we do.
Yeah.
We do. So thank you guys so much for fucking listening. Check us out on our Facebook at Blue Skies from the Basement.
Yeah.
You can check us out on Instagram at Blue Skies Pod. You can check us
Yeah.
out on Twitter, which is also at Blue Skies Pod. You can send us an email at Blue Skies Podcast at Jamail.
Jamail.com.
Jamail at gmail.com. You can also send us a
Ja.
text or a voicemail. That is, again, a text or a voicemail at 614-600-2056. You can also check out some of our merch at tpublic.com/BSFTB. We got multiple things like this tapestry right here,
Yeah.
which I'm sad to say. Hold on.
Oh, she said goodbye earlier. You just haven't been paying attention to the chat.
Oh, she said that she was in here.
She was in the chat. She saw us do it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, I already.
Yeah, there's people actually asking us
we
not to
already
leave.
did that.
Yeah.
We already did that.
Did you forget?
Yeah. I forgot that we did that.
I was wondering what you
Anyways.
were worried about.
Anyways.
Yeah, look,
yeah, no. If you, like this tapestry right here, or the sweatshirt that I have.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
No, so
tpublic.com/.
did you say the phone number?
BSSG bleed.
Let me do it. 614-600-2056. That's the voicemail and text hotline for the show. If you want to be a part of the show, then you can call in or text in. Let us know if you want us to say your name or not. If you want to buy some merch, it's at tpublic.com/BSFTB.com. That's
tpublic.com/BSFTB.
You're right.
There you
no,
go.
No, there you go. You're right.
There you go.
No. Okay, so if you want to buy any of our merch, we've got pillows. We've got the beautiful tapestry like you saw that Sandy
There's
Cheeks
phone
won.
cases.
Yep.
There's t-shirts. There's sweatshirts. There's jackets. Anything that you could.
Did you hit the
fucking want.
donate ones?
No.
Okay,
If you
so-
want to donate to the podcast, you can obviously, if you're watching on Twitch, hit my about section, hit the donate, and donate that way.
Thanks for the people who donated this time around. Floppy
Yeah,
disk
we-
drive.
We,
and,
we appreciate you guys so much.
Hell yeah.
It's going back into doing what we do here. If not, if you're watching audio or anything like that, we have a Cash App. There's a Venmo and a PayPal, which are all Blue Skies Pod.
Yep.
If it's Cash App, you put the little money sign, Blue Skies Pod. Venmo, Blue Skies Pod. PayPal, Blue Skies Pod.
it goes to this card.
It does go to that card right there that he's got in his hand.
It's
And
the
that's,
podcast card.
Yeah, it is the podcast card.
We
So-
legit now.
We appreciate that, and all of your donations and everything go towards making what we do here even better. Twitter at Blue Skies Podcast,
No, that's Blue Skies Pod.
Blue Skies Pod.
Yeah, or
Thank
Sky Banana. That's me. If you check out the Twitter, that's me. Show me some love over there.
Yeah, I don't deal with the Twitter or the Instagram, or really the Facebook. To be honest with you,
I mean,
I mean I do.
you're
but
more of a
I-
presence on Facebook than I am. I just make sure that
Yeah.
things get auto posted there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Facebook is what it is.
Yeah.
I like Instagram.
Yeah.
But as far as like more stuff for the show, there's more content coming. I've got a bunch of previously recorded episodes that are gonna be
Yeah.
dropping soon, and I'm working on those now. Those are gonna be coming out in the next couple weeks. The first one will come out probably like end of this coming week. What else?
I look like I need a nap.
I'm
I'm gonna stream after this too.
I don't think she said you look like you need a nap. I think she just said you need a nap.
Us needs a nap.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, Wakey Poo, thanks for hanging out this whole time. That was really cool of you.
yeah, I
Yeah.
really appreciate it.
There was a one point where you burped and he typed in chat, your burp woke me up.
I did see that
Yeah.
actually. I didn't comment on it, but I did. I meant to, but I did see it.
I love that the burps are such an essential part of the show now.
I love it, man. I do.
Your
I
burps
do.
are essential workers.
People that like it. People that don't, they don't.
Yeah.
That's just how.
Oh,
it
that
is.
podcast guy that joined our server. That was one of the things that I told him.
Bro, I can't wait to fucking talk to him. To be honest with you, that fucking New Year's episode that he fucking posted, I was like,
What peeved you about that? I was curious. Because I listened and I didn't really have any issues with it other than the
Really?
audio problems.
Really?
Yeah. He was a mostly positive guy.
No, the way that he just talked about things.
He was worried about, you know.
Yeah,
The
but then he goes like, I'm not for like any side, you know. And I was like, okay, but what you just said was like,
I
not
respect people
necessarily,
not
like-
taking any side, you know?
I don't. necessarily.
Well,
and the way that
in my
he
own
was,
life,
and
I
the way that
don't,
he was
but-
talking about it, I don't.
Okay.
You know, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, well, you know, you're kind of leaning towards. I'm a little tipsy here.
Yeah.
I've had a few beers. Can't really
Careful.
necessarily remember what exactly he was talking about, so I'm not necessarily gonna go into that.
Yeah.
Let me re-listen to the episode and then actually talk to him. Like I need to.
I probably
re-listen
need to
that-
re-listen to it too, because
I need to re-listen to that episode and then hit him up and be like, "You ready to talk?"
Yeah.
And then let's do that.
Okay.
Like, but there were some things that he said, and okay.
I think what I got
one
from
of
it
the
was
things
just
like,
worry.
One of the things was in talking about the minimum wage
Yeah.
and bringing it up to 15. I was like, okay, well that's taking away like from corporate or CEOs having $1 trillion, fucking like that's what they get paid. It's like $1 trillion. So they get paid to maybe like, okay, $25 billion because now you can pay, your employees $15 an
Yeah.
hour. Like that's what I was like
No,
getting
there's
at
definitely
with that
things
point.
I disagreed with
You
him
know?
on. Yeah. It was more
Like
just
when
like
he was like, "Oh, we shouldn't raise the minimum wage because that's gonna raise the wage of everything else, or the pay of everything else." I'm
Yeah.
like, no. Well, these major CEOs of these companies would take a fucking pay cut to like maybe
that's fair.
50 million a year instead of $1 billion a year.
Yeah.
That they'd be able to pay, their employees $15 an hour and still be able to live a fucking comfortable life.
No, you're right.
Then that's the type of shit I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's where I got pissed off. Where I was like, you're like, oh, I don't think that this should be a thing. And I'm like,
When I hit you up about it, I wasn't necessarily asking about like the content of the podcast, but I see what you're saying now. And that's kind of why I was a little confused. It's more like I was listening for, because I did disagree with him on that point. It was more just
Yeah.
like I'm okay with him taking that side because he's
Yeah.
allowed to have that perspective. So I wasn't
For
gonna
sure.
criticize him on that.
No, but
And
that's
I
why I
know
wanted to talk to
No,
him, though.
for sure,
Yeah.
exactly. So the thing though was that I'd listened to like the next episode after that, which was like the Monday surprise episode or whatever.
Yeah.
And he talks about how like he's in the military and stuff, and then it made more sense to me.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why like I was completely confused at first, and now I get it more now.
Nah,
Yeah.
we need nah.
No,
we
I
need-
I
need to-
definitely want to talk to that guy.
I need me and you to
Yeah.
be there though. Just like I had a conversation with my dad and Vicky. I need you to be there.
Yeah,
I need you more in my life than I think that you.
I'm a good middle ground.
I need you to be in more situations in
Yeah.
my life than I think that you know that I need you to be there.
Yeah,
Like
Thank you.
seriously. No, because you have more of a grasp on society and what's going on and being able to convey like kind of what I mean. That's why I love having you as my co-host.
Yeah.
Because like when I'm trying to like convey something, but I don't really know things, like you're like, oh no, I do know this. I know how to convey that. Here we go. I got you.
yeah,
Type of shit. So
I love it.
seriously,
Yeah.
I was having that conversation with my dad and his girlfriend, like, and I was like, man, I wish fucking Wes was here.
Yeah,
I seriously said that. I was like, because you would be able to help me out so much.
I wish you could like
And-
snap and I'd appear. That'd be cool. I'd do it. Give me that
Yeah,
superpower.
that'd be so cool, man. But all right, I think we did the plugs. I think we've had enough chat for the night.
Yeah, that was a lot of chat.
Yeah.
My migraine's
Um,
coming back.
Wiki. It's at 1 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys for so much for tuning in on the Twitch. We love you guys. Make sure to follow us on all of our socials.
The Discord server.
Discord server.
Yeah.
Hell
Thanks to
yeah.
everybody in both Discords, and Sandy's from another Discord too, right?
Yeah.
We've got Discords all over the place now that are
Yeah.
supporting us.
Oh yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, dude. So thank you guys so much for the support and have a good fucking night.
Love you guys.
Love you later.
Peace.
Woo. god, that's not working.
Why is it not working?
I don't know. Oh yeah. Because that's the only other one that I have. So we're just gonna end it there.